The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey.
What?
Let's go!
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for.
Ah!
The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers,
You pink!
damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life.
Sport!
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this Magic Monday, July 15th, 2024. This program starts right now. Ooh, no sports, y'all. What's that all about? How many more changes is there going to be? Is this show completely sold out after a 2-week break? I don't think so. What we do know is that we are waiting on football to yell about and to be excited about and to get anxious about. And there's already teams reporting. Rookies have already gone into buildings to try to learn what they're going to have to learn to be the team of the NFL to hopefully live their entire dream. And then just in a couple days, Houston Texans are reporting training camp.
Wow.
We are just 2 days away from the NFL season kicking off officially down in Houston with other teams joining them. And Adam Schefter will join us in about 15 minutes to keep us updated on everything that happened over the last 2 weeks or so. Speaking of the last 2 weeks, we had a nice break. We had a good time. Our air conditioning stopped working in the Thunderdome, but life is amazing. We hope the same for you. We missed doing this every day. I hope you missed us a little bit, but also I'm sure it was nice to get away from the Stooges. You know, and we are a dumb group of men who get a chance to chat about sports every single day, and we've certainly caused some controversy over the last few years, but whenever we're away, we can't help but wonder what life would be like if we'd be talking about sports, so we are zeked up to be all the way back into this entire run, all the way through football season.
Here we go.
And then all the way through the Super Bowl. And then all the way into the NBA All-Star Game. And then we'll have a break then, but now is the time for us to chit-chat about a group of men sharing the stage with me. The Talks Table is here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. Con man, sweet shirt to get back into this thing.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is the one that kind of went a little nuts when I first wore it. Everybody in the office loved it, and actually kind of huge news here. We are, in fact, doing our first show in front of live fans.
Yeah.
I mean, we're pretty jacked up about it. I don't know if anybody could see them, but, I mean, pretty cool. We can end that countdown immediately.
Boom.
Zeke actually tending to them. I don't know if they need drinks or anything.
Well, they were blowing right into your microphone.
Yeah, I could hear it. I
Sure.
tried to move them before the show so that they weren't, but I heard it as well right off the bat. But, hey, that's going to happen after a 2-week break sometime.
115 degrees is supposed to get up with the humidity today, I guess.
My
And
God.
probably 200 in here.
Yeah, shout out to our AC guy. Actually came to do a checkup on all the air conditioning last Monday. Saw him whenever he was here. All our air conditionings were working.
Oh,
Yeah, completely fine. Everything's good. Just coming to do a checkup. And then all of a sudden, hottest day of the year, our first day back. Yeah, they don't work anymore. So it's going to get hot in here. But you know what else is hot? Our sports takes.
That's right. That's right.
Ty, how have you been, pal? How's the break?
It was great. It was great. Didn't go anywhere. Spent a lot of time with my daughter, which was pretty sweet. Kind of just played with her for 2 weeks. But like you said, we get so into a routine, and I'm so used to being with you guys and being here that like midway through, you kind of you don't know what to do with yourself. Like it's just like I was waking up every day, and then like she'd take a nap, and I'd just like lay down and do nothing. Like wouldn't even watch TV. It's just like, what the hell am I doing? So I was very ecstatic to get back. It feels good to be back here with you guys.
It does feel good to be back. And, the college football conferences are having their media days.
That's right.
Saw Paul Feinbaum on TV this morning. He was saying a bunch of shit that didn't really matter. What did it sound like?
So basically, he was talking about how Nick Saban is no longer the head coach at Alabama this year, and he's actually never needed a credential to get into the SEC Media Day, so he doesn't really know what to do with himself. But obviously, a lot of hustle and bustle down there. Brent Venables and Oklahoma, and obviously, Steve Sarkisian and Texas, new members of the Big, not the Big 12, the SEC. Obviously, a little Freudian slip of the tongue there. So yeah, there's a lot of excitement around college football in general today.
Welcome to the Thunderdome, Paul Feinbaum. Heard you've been running your mouth. Sitting in the spot of one half of the hammer, Dahn. Cowboys. Tone Diggs is a 9-year NFL vet, one of the smartest humans on earth. Ladies and gentlemen, Darius J. Butler.
Yes, sir.
D-But's great to see you, pal. How was the break?
Hey, glad to be back. The break was awesome. Obviously, spent some time with the kids. We actually took a road trip up to Georgia to see some family. Spent some time with my brother and his kids as well. Obviously, golfed, as much as I could. So the break has been great, but glad to be back. Glad to be back.
Hell
Yeah, and as you can tell, South Florida boy there, he has a hoodie on.
Of course.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's no air conditioning in this. It's about
75
Still a little
is
chilly.
freezing.
Still a little chilly.
Well, Georgia.
Lot more chilly back there than it is right here. So second hour, I might make some.
Yeah, things are getting hot in here, but lucky to be back, thankful to be back. A lot happened in sports.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are wondering, I think, like, where do we stand on things? Well, first things first, the United States soccer team sucks.
Awful.
I hate that.
I know.
Sucks.
I hate a lot of soccer has been happening. Congrats to Argentina.
Yeah.
And the people who
Don't
saw.
cry for me, Argentina. Messi broke his ankle.
He did.
The MLS season's about to continue, and he's not going to be there. Soccer's kind of riding a high right now. We think, Fox's coverage has obviously been something, but with the Euros and with Copa and no other sports really happening, Americans are kind of watching this entire thing. Messi's team was doing his thing. How about Spain? They got a 17-year-old who's dominating. Soccer might be on the time. The MLS is about to kick back in. Messi's not playing.
Yeah.
That ankle was the size of a beach ball.
It was.
It was this big. Now, is Argentina the greatest soccer team, international soccer team to ever exist? Some people are saying yes. Some people are saying no. Some people think that might be Messi's last appearance wearing the blue and white. What I do know is we got a couple years before the World Cup, and our stadiums need to tighten up.
Yeah, big time.
They need to tighten up. I saw humans from Colombia, I think. Maybe some Argentinians as well, but mostly yellow. I saw doing jumping over gates, scaling the stadium, climbing through vents, fighting cops. I mean, it was absolute mayhem in Miami last night for the Copa Finals. This game was supposed to start at like 7:30 or something. It didn't 9:45 because they were trying to get people out of there. There was escalators that had glass just absolutely broken and demolished. That is the Miami Dolphins Stadium after the Copa Final last night.
Good Lord.
That's only one shot of one area. Who knows what those vents are supposed to do?
Oh, my
I mean, there's
God.
humans running in and out. And where's the other side of these vents? Where are they dropping into? And I do appreciate the fact that these fans had this
baby.
place scouted. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
They had this place scouted. They were looking at the blueprints.
Oh, yeah.
Where the hell can we get in? Where can we get out? They got a weakness right here. Think we can hop up over one of the terminal gates, then we'll hop into a vent, then we'll drop in, boom, right in the fucking net. We're playing for Argentina all of a sudden. It was a wild evening. Argentina gets a win, and I think we're still going to be seeing the effects of their fans taking over Miami, but this is an indicator, I think, of the Miami Dolphins season next year.
No,
and D-Butts, I will let you kind of speak for yourself there.
I wouldn't go there. I wouldn't go that far, but this is it's Columbia football, baby. I mean, this is Miami. I live about an hour north of here, and as soon as I got on the highway, I saw Colombian flags, out of cars. It was a lot of energy down there. Miami, a lot of Argentina fans too as well, but obviously Colombia showed up. It was an authentic, very enthusiastic crowd out there. A great game. Obviously, not a lot of scoring, but came down to the final, some extra time and that goal.
I tried my best to
This is
stay
awesome.
awake. I tried my
you
best.
have to, come on.
I was fighting it. I made it to the halftime of the overtime.
Sure.
Which is 105 minutes of soccer.
Almost
I made
there.
it through.
That's a lot.
And then they do the little break ski thing, and I see Messi's down and out. He's crying. Messi was crying.
Yeah, it was tough.
Messi was crying his eyes.
Tough
Like,
scene.
all right, let's keep it up. There he is, crying.
Kept showing them.
Cristiano Ronaldo in Euros when Portugal got eliminated, crying.
Ooh.
These are the two GOATs crying. This is the end of an era, potentially.
Yeah.
And I was trying my best to stay awake. I fell asleep. They score a win 5 minutes after I fall asleep. Obviously, I didn't make it. That's soccer. I was trying to make it to the penalties, but instead they ended in overtime or extra time in Miami. And those Colombian fans that were climbing through the vents and breaking everything, went home bummed out. But what a tournament. Good time for soccer. Gumpy, soccer had a great run for us over the last couple of weeks as we were away. I know you were watching, obviously. Canada had a chance to have a go at it. United States sucks. Argentina wins again. What are your thoughts on the state of soccer, Gump?
It was all unbelievable. Last night was a bit of a disaster, but it was kind of the change of the guard, as you were saying. The younger players kind of took over. Ronaldo didn't score in the tournament. Messi didn't score in the tournament, even though Argentina won. Harry Kane would look like he was playing in the mud most of the tournament. And, Spain didn't lose a game in the Euros. It was great.
Spain's got a 17-year-old who was 16 when this entire thing started. Michael Grella came on and told a fella, Mike Grella, about this entire tournament. He said, this guy, phenomenal. Spain's going to win it. is what he said. They end up doing that. This guy might be the most talented soccer player on earth. He's 17 years old. He was on the best team in the Euros. Now, granted, Copa is much better because it's this side of the pond.
Sure.
Of course.
We all agree with that.
Yep.
And if the United States didn't suck so bad at soccer, so bad, we've been talking about how good we are. We've been bamboozled.
Yeah.
Big time.
Panama?
Why are we so bad?
Panama?
Well, that Berhalter son
coach
of a
is a dipshit.
bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, that guy sucks. The whole thing sucks. I don't like
The Adam Gates of soccer. That's what people were saying. I saw.
There's a chance, isn't there?
Wide eyes.
Weird press conference.
Yeah, just an odd character.
He's been fired. Thanks for your service. I mean, we didn't say
I
anything
guess.
else there.
Really, though.
Yeah, not yeah.
Yeah, we didn't say anything.
Appreciate you holding the title.
But that 17-year-old kid needs to be in the MLS tomorrow.
I agree.
Somebody needs to give him the entire team. Let him own a team.
Yeah.
New England Revolution.
Yamal.
Lamine Yamal.
He is not the New England Revolution.
Well, I think he did show a little after the Euro Championships that he won. I'm pretty sure he said in Spanish, so I don't know how it translates that he wanted to go and wear the red, white, and blue for New England. Now, I don't know if that's exactly what he said, but
Speaking of red, white, and blue, a lot of people talking about Messi's last game was Argentina. Does that mean he's playing for America?
I think so.
I think it does. It kind of paves the way for him to, win us a World Cup.
Did he file?
And for people who have never watched our show, obviously we don't think Messi's going to play for the United States, but he is the Ballon d'Or winner, and he plays in the MLS. So it's our game now. We just hope that our soccer team can one day be great. Speaking of sports that we would normally never watch, it's hard to escape Alcaraz.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
This son of a bitch is
Holy hell.
talented.
It is.
He's 20 years old, just signed a $200 million deal with Nike, just beat Joker for his second back-to-back Wimbledon win. And some of these shots that he was hitting early. Now it went 6-2, 6-2, then they had a little thing. Joker made a run at it whenever it was championship point. He couldn't find a serve to put it in there. But he's just so much better than seemingly everybody. And Joker's my guy. Joker's our guy. Joker took Stan a couple years back. Joker bought a medical facility so much. He was so stubborn and took such a stand. He actually bought a medical facility to prove that he was right. Now, I'm sure he is doing a victory lap alongside a lot of other people that we potentially know that had the same stance as Joker a few years back. But this is like the passing of the torch in soccer. It's passing of the torch here in tennis. And this Alcaraz guy, phenomenal. So much fun. And he seems to have a joyful spirit, a lot of in his interviews afterwards. I don't even think he knows how good he is, which is a phenomenal thing to think about.
I mean, it's unbelievable to see. 21 years old, to have that poise.
21, sorry.
Like you said, another change of the guard. But he's like watching Connor McDavid play hockey almost. Like, regardless if you know what you're watching as far as the sport, football, basketball, tennis in this case, it's like, okay, this guy's doing some freaky shit. He's special. Love to see it, especially with a young guy. Probably see this guy do this for another, 20 years?
What's that movie where she bangs the bullet, Angelina Jolie?
Wanted.
That's what this that's what this guy is doing with this. There's some down the line shots where they got slow-mo on it, and he's shaping it around, and Joker's just watching it going I used to do that. That used to be me. Now it's him. Congrats. This guy's worth a lot of money. He's only going to make more. That tennis crowd is something.
Yeah, there is.
Wimbledon especially.
Strawberries and cream crowd, as they say.
Is that what they say?
That's
because I
their
saw
thing. That's like their pimento cheese at the Masters. That strawberries and cream looked really good. It's just that if that's your go-to,
I don't know. Yeah, do you drink that? How do you?
I'm not sure how it works, to be completely
Best
honest.
served with a spoon, I think.
Great coverage by ESPN, though. Great coverage.
Fantastic.
Great coverage.
The McEnroes killed it.
Yeah, with Fowler. Fowler back to college football. Paul Feinbaum, what are your thoughts on Chris Fowler?
Chris Fowler is a consummate professional. He's one of the best in the business. If you've never met Chris Fowler, sit down with him. That man can command a room. It doesn't matter if there's 2 people there. It doesn't matter if there's 20 people there. He will talk to each and every individual there and make you feel special in your own way. And lest we forget, he is incredibly jacked. Incredibly jacked.
Guy's hiking mountains. He's watching lions do each other in the safari in the offseason, and then all of a sudden he shows up in a tiny booth in Wimbledon because Alcaraz went up to see his team and then walked past Joker's team and everything, and they saw where the booth. Have you seen the booth that they sit in?
Yeah, very small.
It's a hut.
Yeah, he's basically, Fowler really is arms around the McEnroes, living the dream.
It's great to hear Fowler's voice back.
So nice, yeah, and we're going to hear it more, actually.
4 p.m. today.
Come on.
Right.
NCAA 2K comes out. Congratulations to all the gamers.
Wait 10 years.
NCAA 2K is back after a long, long hiatus. Obviously, Kirk Herbstreit and the boys are and have their voice over it. Everybody's excited. There's been a lot of people that have been sampling it on the internet. We've seen a lot of clips. Jalen Milroe seemingly unstoppable. He might be the next Pat White of these games.
Yeah.
Pat White, Steve Slayton, obviously former teammates of mine. They were unstoppable in the original NCAA 2K. Yeah. In this one, it feels like Jalen Milroe, just from the highlights I've been watching, might be the guy. It all comes out at 4 o'clock. Good for everybody. That means football's right around.
It does.
It is here. Yeah. And one of the best players, Ollie Gordon, he will be playing in this game as well, which I'm pumped about.
1,000 times.
3, 4? I mean, I don't want to go into the science, but
I Googled it. His height, his weight, they said like 3, 4 beers.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, shit. Obviously, driving intoxicated is not something to laugh at.
Right.
But the way Ollie Gordon's head coach handled that entire situation is rather hysterical.
Yes.
We have never heard a coach ever handle that type of situation. How am I going to punish him? Shit, he's going to get tackled 50. We're going to get him ball 55 times. We'll see how he feels. Yeah, you're going to get tackled for what you did. Ollie Gordon doesn't get tackled much. That's kind of the Ollie Gordon thing.
Yeah.
And Coach Gundy knew that. How am I going to punish him? Fucking feed him.
Yeah, give him a rock.
Just think about it. Now, hear me out. 3 beers, 2 mixed drinks, especially if they got a heavy hand.
Mm-hmm.
How many times you?
I mean, come on.
1,000 times?
Shit, be honest. Maybe
hey, at
2.
least he's honest, you know?
He needs to stop drunk driving.
Well,
hey, Coach Gundy. Coach Gundy, it's 2024. Nobody needs to be doing that, obviously.
What's his height and weight? You know, that's something we got to ask now. I suppose, maybe he is a little boozed up.
Here's the deal. In 2024, okay, there is way too many options for you to be drunk driving. So everybody needs to stop it. It's stupid. I've had friends that have passed away both from being drunk drivers and from getting hit by drunk drivers. It is a very serious issue. For a head coach of a football team, though, to go, did he really do it?
I mean, come on.
I talked to the cop. I thought he should have. He's only 0.1. The guy's a Heisman favorite going into the year.
I believe the odds moved up. I think Oklahoma State's now favored even more to make the
Anyways, college football is very near, and Ollie Gordon is a monster.
Yeah.
Hey, we didn't start talking about him on game day until like week 9, I think, and his numbers were very comparable to Derrick Henry and like basically every running back who has had a fantastic run. He was up there. It's like I can't wait to watch him again. But everybody in football, the offseason's ending. Thank God. Because all these offseason things that happen, all the DUIs, I mean, shit, there was a Rolls Royce passed out.
Yeah, Georgia. Yeah.
Georgia, everything everything that happens in the offseason is coming to an end. Thank God. Guys, lock it down. We are 5 weeks out from most football. No more incidents. Let's get to the season. Let's move ahead. Joining us now is a man who probably has more information on everything than anybody else we could ever chat with. Senior NFL insider for ESPN, host of the Adam Schefter podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, Adam Schefter.
Yay!
Schefter!
Gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome back. You guys have nice breaks?
Nice. I got burned a little bit, as you can see. I got bit by a spider, too. I think I potentially got to hang out with the family. Yeah, we had a great break. How about you? How are you doing? You working at all or no?
Where'd you get bit by a spider?
Yeah, down in Ireland, too. So those spiders, I think, have a little bit more sauce. You know what I mean? They got a little bit more sauce. And I think I swallowed a few, too.
Sure.
Nice. Good protein.
Thing. Yep. Anyways, how are you? Been working or no?
Always working. Obviously not crazy. It's been quiet. It's been slow. It's been nice, but you're always working, of course, Pat.
Okay, so Shefty, you haven't been doing shit. Got it. All right, you've been shaking hands, kissing babies. Tell me this, Shefty. You've been in the NFL now how long?
35 years.
Woo. Congratulations.
Wow.
That boy, Shefty.
Not for long is what the NFL stands for. Not for Schefter, though. NFS. You know what I mean? Schefter's going to be around a long time. The Houston Texans, I believe, report to training camp in 2 days. July 17th. Vets and rookies reporting at the same time. I like that D'Amico's doing that because they got a young team to begin with. We'll all report at the same time. Nobody gets any extra yada, yada, yada. Is this earlier than normal? This feels a lot earlier than it used to be. Is that kind of happening? And how has this transitioned into becoming an earlier reporting time than maybe what it used to be?
It's a great question. Again, I think we're starting the Hall of Fame game. It's August 1st in Canton. That's crazy. You had the Ravens rookies report to training camp Saturday. You got 8 more teams, rookies reporting tomorrow. And it does feel like it's moved up a little bit. Now, look, the bottom line is these drills don't start until late July for the most part by the time these teams get into camp. But you know what? The league has put this emphasis on that kickoff Saturday drill or that television special that they now do like Saturday, July 27th. I'm in Bristol all day. As we bounce around from training camp to training camp, they put it on ABC, they put it on ESPN. And so by that time, by Saturday, July 27th, everybody's in camp. There's a Hall of Fame game on Thursday, August 1st. And so the schedule is just getting moved up. Everything's moving quicker. And that's sort of how it's working right now. And again, you're right. The Texans become the first team this week on Wednesday to have the entire squad in training camp. Even on Saturday, like, I'm looking down, like, wait. The Ravens rookies report to camp today. Like, they're in the building today. That just screams your summer's over. And here we go with football again.
Yeah, and Shep, sorry you're going to have to work again, Shep. Jeez Louise, screams your summer's over. Did you hear how we started the show? We were so bummed. We're so excited to be back.
Yeah.
We were getting antsy whenever we were on break. Schefter's like, I saw the Ravens report. I'm like, yeah, damn.
Already?
I was gonna get
you know what it's like? It's like the start of the school year. Like, you're excited to get going. You want to be back with all your friends and see what's ahead. But you also know all the work that's involved. So
yeah, I agree.
There's that element that you understand.
Yeah, I completely understand. And also, what we all forget, and we just got super excited about the Texans reporting, and we will give our Super Bowl predictions on the 17th as the Texans report, because the season is officially started.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll give our Super Bowl. Yep, on Wednesday. Super Bowl predictions on Wednesday.
That's right.
On this particular show. But, Shefty, what we all realize, I think, whenever we get excited about training camp and these preseason games, boy, preseason sucks.
It's off.
Now, it's great, obviously, for players and coaches and teams to find their people. But as fans, we're going to get so worked up for that Hall of Fame game.
Yep.
We're going to know nobody that's playing in those games. And then the first weekend of preseason games, we're going to know nothing. And then we're going to be so excited. That second round of games is the worst shit ever. It's
terrible.
UFL times 100 almost. And then we'll kind of be creeping back in the season. So let's hold our horses, but let's also get excited. Let's get incredibly excited. And the fact that football is back for us to chit-chat about is good news. But there was something mentioned by Joe Burrow. You know, on Pardon My Take, who obviously we're massive fans of Big Cat and PFT. And I don't know if Joey created it or potentially had heard it for a few years, but he said 18-game season, if that's going to happen, which we all assume is going to take place immediately upon the 17th game being added. I think most people who had microphones at the time were like, this is definitely going to get to 18 games. And then add another bye week. Let's go 2 bye weeks, Joey B. Pitch. Is that real conversation happening? Because obviously, if you're the NFL, you're a business. You're not scared to do a little testing of like releasing some information, see the reaction. Everybody loved the 18 games, 2 bye weeks, even a potential Pro Bowl week like they have for the NBA All-Star, which maybe heightens it a little bit better so that answers the Pro Bowl question where it still matters, but not really as much. And is there any real chatter about that behind the scenes that you know of? And how do you think that would look if it was to take place?
Well, you said everybody loves it. Everybody loves it except the actual players that have to play the 18 games. Everybody else wants 18 games. Ask the players, how many players want to play in an 18-game schedule? Pat, let me ask you a question. When you were a player, you want to play 18 games?
Well, I was a punter. Yeah,
I understand.
Hey, and the extra bye week gives you 2 more paychecks, 2 more game checks. You know what I mean? Unless they divvy it up, which they probably would.
Here's the whole
game
thing.
checks get smaller.
Oh, no. Here's the whole thing. If we go back to when the conversation of more games, more than a 16-game season started, it felt like the NFL started out of the block with 18 games, and it felt like that was roundly dismissed. And so the league, I think, did a pretty smart thing. It went from 18 to 17, and rather than take one big giant step, they said, let's take little steps, and we'll get to where we're going over time, but it's not going to be as quickly as we'd like it to be. And now the fact that Joe Burrow is even talking about the 18 games, to me, it just seems like there is a momentum to this. There's a trackiness. I don't think it's real right now, but it's only a matter of time before it does get real and we get to that point. And again, when you get back to the 18 games, in my mind, it's going to be about money. It's always going to be about the money. You're going to have to dangle enough to the players to make it worth their while, as distasteful as it is to play 18 games. I even heard somebody float to me this summer. We were having a debate about the 18 games, and they're like, hey, how do you get the players involved in terms of the valuation of the franchise over time? Because the value of these franchises is skyrocketed so much that how do you give the players that? And I don't know how you do it. I'm not smart enough financially, but look at the prices that these teams are going for.
Oh, yeah.
And with all due respect, it is the players who help make it happen, right? So the players get paid while they play, and then they leave, and that's it, right? So how about somehow getting them in on this? Now, I don't know how you do that. I'm not an economist. I'm not smart enough financially to figure it out. But you want to get to 18 games? You want to maximize your revenues? You want to grow the sport around the world? How about giving us a small percentage of the franchise value over time?
So players get 49% of the TV ads and some other shit calculated in. I assume you could just do an overall franchise valuation addition, but that'd be tough because valuation isn't a real fluid number until somebody goes to sell it. So how do you, I mean, that would be an interesting thing, but that would be.
You're a much savvier businessman than I am. So you will have to figure out exactly how to do this and make this work for the players so that if they get to 18 games, that the players get compensated in an appropriate and according fashion.
Well, and then what's the valuation, right? Because the valuation is whatever somebody's willing to pay. If you get a couple of these bazillionaires, which there are aplenty nowadays, seemingly, that want one particular team, all of a sudden that franchise that was worth $4 billion or whatever is actually $6.5 billion. And I mean, it's like, it's a wild world. Roger Goodell's in a good spot, except for a Sunday ticket. Hey, except for a Sunday ticket. What do you think happens with that whole thing?
I think the NFL is going to keep appealing it. I think it's going to keep being drawn out. I think that there will be no quick, immediate resolution to it. That would surprise me. And I think that's how it'll transpire over time. It'll take a long time before the league is willing to write a check to go pay off the ruling that was issued last month in Los Angeles.
I can't believe Roger Goodell testified and they lost. That's got to be the first time he's ever spoken and lost.
Yeah.
That legitimately. We've seen him sitting everywhere, even in D.C., where they called him Goodell and called him the wrong name and things. He won that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
You've seen him at press conferences. He's won that conversation. You've seen him in negotiations, and you go back to the 18 games with an extra bye week. That's an extra, like, how many more 3, 4 primetime games, let alone if you do that? What going rate for the primetime games is, if you look at what Netflix paid for, 1 game, 2 games? Amazon paid for 2 games now with Black Friday. What Apple could potentially get into the game. Like, each primetime game has a value that will certainly lift the players' percentage to 49%. But I'm excited to see where it goes because it seems like there's no end in sight to the growth of the NFL. Speaking of, we got access to everything.
Oh, yeah.
NFL Films created this Hard Knocks offseason for the Giants. Everybody's loving it. D-Butt's got a question for you.
Yeah, Shefty, I'm definitely one of the people loving it. Just for not because the Giants necessarily, but the access that the GMs talking to each other, the scouts sitting around talking about players and how they value different positions. I know you're obviously tied into those group of people. Have there been any specific response from the new Hard Knocks with the Giants behind the scenes?
I think that I can't imagine that the Giants are thrilled to be airing all their private opinions publicly. Like, again, just one statement about Daniel Jones is now going to shadow him the entire year. Like, hey, either we find out we've got our quarterback for the next 10 years or we pivot off him. So you think as if playing New York Giants quarterback isn't a pressure-packed enough job already. Now you throw in some of these statements, which everybody kind of knows he's under the gun and he's got to step up and perform. But to hear the general manager actually say that on air is another thing. And to hear those conversations, how fired up do you think Saquon Barkley is going to be when they play the first game against the Giants? The Giants felt like they didn't want to hand off to a $12 million running back when they had a $40 million quarterback, but the Eagles have a $50 million quarterback, and they're going to hand it off for a $12 million running back, right? So these things are going to be remembered, and it's one thing to have Hard Knocks when it's about the roster spot for the 6th wide receiver job or, guys practicing during camp in the heat and some of the jokes and pranks that go on during. It's another thing when you're hearing the actual decision makers.
Yeah.
The actual words of the decisions, and I promise you we're going to hear about that throughout the course of the season.
Oh, yeah.
Like, these teams are not thrilled to do Hard Knocks in the summer. And frankly, I don't know how they got the Giants to do it in the offseason. Good for them and good for the Giants. I respect everybody. We love to hear it all. But I'm just telling you, we're going to hear a lot about those comments all summer into the season.
Well, remember, Mara said he was sick of answering questions to his billionaire friends about why his team sucks. And then he kept telling them, that guys are geniuses. Shane, Dayball, I got geniuses here. And then the NFL Films were like, hey, we were wondering if you want to do an offseason. Mara's like, I get to showcase how smart my people are?
Absolutely.
Fucking put them in.
Here we go.
You said they're saying these things on air. I guess they do end up on air, but they put those PTZs in those rooms. It's like a Big Brother operation. Yeah. They completely forget that I think some people forget that they're even being recorded, which is obviously what every reality show is hoping for. That it's kind of out, and we're hands off, we're out of here, just like moving cameras, zooming in. We got a microphone in the cup right there. We got a microphone on the desk right over there. We are in a good spot. I think they hit a home run with this one. But to your point about things hanging over their head forever, Malik Neighbors' decision, where he's like, yeah, I need to get the ball early. If Daniel Jones doesn't get him the ball early, and then like second quarter, third quarter, he's throwing some shit, you're going to be like, they knew this is exactly what they were getting whenever they signed up for this entire thing. So there is a lot of shit that like people that are on microphones that follow the NFL are going to watch and listen to what's being said because everybody's a super genius in those meetings. And then whenever shit goes the opposite way, get thrown in their face. But also, maybe it goes the other way.
There's a chance.
Maybe they look like super geniuses in this entire thing, able to manage certain situations, and they're being able to display it. It all depends on how it works out. I'm pulling for him. Daboll's running a 9.440, though.
Yeah.
Daboll's running a 9.440, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
I think he's spending his summertime running 40-yard dashes and training to be faster at the combine next year. That's what I think he's doing with his summer vacation. You're getting bit by spiders, and Brian Daboll is training to be in shape for the 40.
I'll tell you what, and if they capture him training for the 40 and they lose some games, this guy's trying to run under a 7.040 instead of trying to win a football game with a $40 million quarterback. It's a wild thing. I appreciate NFL films taking hacks. They've tried to try and reinvent. This is seemingly a good one. Everybody, gets a little taste of football during the offseason. Ty has a question for you.
Yeah, Shefty, for a while now, we've been talking about contract extensions for both Tua and Jordan Love, and both teams have said, hey, we want to get it done before the start of the season. Yeah. Is there any kind of update or timetable for when that's going to get done, or is it still just kind of a waiting game for both those guys?
I think you'll see a push with these teams going into camp right before the start of drills or right at the beginning of drills. I think that there'll be a final push to see if the two sides can figure out a way to bridge their differences to get a deal done. And if it doesn't get done within the first week or so of camp, obviously you could talk during the summer. Could always happen at that point. But the next real artificial deadline would be right before the start of the season, when there's always some extensions that are done right before the regular season begins. I think that you're looking at this possibly getting done essentially at some point once camp opens. And if they can get it done then, good for them. They've been working, they've been talking, and we'll see if they can get it done.
Oh, you're talking about their training camp or all training camps? Because you're talking Thursday, these deals are done. Yeah, that's great news. Right? Hey, happy football.
Yeah,
it's huge.
Well, they're reporting Thursday, but they're on the field Friday, Saturday, by the time veterans go out there. So it gives them another week to see if they can figure out a way to get it done. It's not like, okay, we're reporting, you got to get it done that moment. That's sort of like you're on the clock then. You get another 24, 48 hours.
Any expected holdouts? Or hold in? Is that the new thing?
Well, that to me is a really interesting situation because it used to be that the language in the CBA was prohibitive. But now, last summer, you saw a guy like Zach Martin, who the fines are supposed to be mandatory. He didn't show up for a while. And Nick Bosa stayed away for a while. And so there are guys out there that I believe, if they don't already have decisions, have a decision to make here in the next week or so. CD Lamb, Brandon Ayuk, some of these guys that want new contracts. Again, do they show up? Do they not show up? Do they show up and then hold in? Because if you're not showing up, you're getting fined. So it all becomes one big question about what you can and can't get done. So I think there's absolutely the chance that some of these guys could not show, and that's something they're going to have to decide here in the next week.
I think Zach Martin took those fines, though, and just said, yeah, we're going to add that to the new deal that we're negotiating, right? And that just
again, let's just use it. Let's say they reach a deal for $30 million, and they say, oh, I know the fines are mandatory. They can't be revoked. Let's make the deal $30,600,000. Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, bam, done.
All right, yeah, we'll cut a rookie.
Yeah,
perfect. Yeah, we understand. We got to do that. That's how it goes. And, yeah, that's why I never understood why, and this is not me just like grandstanding, but whenever people are like, you can't hold out anymore. It's like, well, why not? Well, they punish you financially too much. Well, aren't you in the middle of a financial, that's why you're holding out. So isn't that don't those kind of go hand in hand? I guess if a deal didn't get done with Zach Martin, then it would be the massive, this guy just missed a whole year and he's losing out on all the money. People,
by the way,
go ahead.
With the money that some of these guys are going to get, you think it matters that they're going to accrue a couple $100,000 in fines when the guaranteed money is going to be what it is for a guy like Brandon Ayuk or CD Lamb? Like, do you think that really matters in the grand scheme of things? And to your point, at the very last thing, you have the team throwing some extra money to cover the fines.
Yeah, and they'll say that's not what we did. This is the rate we got to, but it's like you certainly did. And the other NFL owners are going to be pissed at the one per club meeting because you're allowing these people to. Now you're setting precedent that this is allowed to take place, and it's like they'll figure it out sometime. But that drama is always worth it, because how's the locker room react to it? Well, everybody wants you to get your own money, but also like there's been a lot of drama with this Ayuk shit, like a lot of drama. And there's 31 teams that would be like. We'll take Ayuk. Yeah. We will take Ayuk. We'll roll the dice on that. He knows that. The Niners know that, I guess. It's just a weird sitch. I do really ponder how that's going to get figured out, Schefter. And we know you know because you're plugged over there. You are plugged at the Niners. We know that.
Well, here's what I would say there. They have wanted him back. They've intended to bring him back. But the wide receiver market has shifted, which makes it tough. So it's harder to do a deal now than it was a couple of months ago. And Brandon Ayuk thinks that he deserves what all these top receivers are getting, and the Niners have a certain price point figured out. And the other thing to keep in mind here, I think he's playing this year for $17 million, and then after this year, if he were to be tagged, the number's like $22 million. And my math might be a little off, but it's not terribly off. So 17 this year roughly, 22 next year. That's 2 years, $39 million. So now when you start to sit down and figure out the guaranteed money,
stinks.
Yeah, again, the franchise tag here is a weapon for the 49ers, which is not what the franchise tag was intended to be. But again, that's the 49ers' advantage now. They can tag them the next
that's not
year.
how the franchise tag was marketed whenever it was created. It was always supposed to be the weapon, Schefter. We know that. We know that.
No, Pat.
We know that, Schefter. We know that.
Pat, let me tell you this. I was in Denver when the franchise tag was created, and the Broncos owner, Pat Bowlen, was one of the driving forces behind it, and he helped create it to make sure that guys like John Elway would not be allowed to leave Denver. Faces of franchises, quarterbacks, vital people.
Not a weapon of the franchise.
That's the point.
No, Schefter, what are you talking?
Well,
Come on, Adam.
Has it came out of your mouth? Shit,
but
I'm
my
bullshit
point
right
is, it's branched out to other guys that the franchise tag was not supposed to be intended for.
Oh, you're talking like punters. For instance, you're talking like punters.
Like hunters, exactly.
Yeah, I signed that thing so fast. I'm becoming a millionaire if I sign this thing?
Done.
Deal.
Where's the pen?
And I'm going to Canada. Shout out Niagara Falls. Nick Maraldo, happy birthday. AJ Maraldo, he had turned 19. We damn near spent that entire franchise tag in 2 nights up there in Niagara Falls.
Hell of a time.
It was the first time I'd ever been a millionaire. Didn't even get the money yet. But I signed it, knew it was coming at some point.
Boston
Let's go ahead and
Pizza?
drain this account. Boston Pizza certainly gave us about 700 ounces of beer. It was a good time. Anyways, let's move along. And you knew it was a weapon the entire time, Schefty. As you were stating here, like I'm kind of backpedaling here, but nonetheless, we appreciate your input. Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Shefty, another wide receiver that didn't get a deal done that was assumed he wasn't going to get a good deal done is T. Higgins. What was that kind of negotiation like, and is there any chance he gets moved, or is he just going to play out the tag and then just sign somewhere else next year for $35 million?
Well, there wasn't negotiating on a new deal there for T. Higgins, and basically there wasn't hope that a deal was going to get done. He was the only player of 8 to be franchise tagged during this offseason period not to get a long-term deal. And they're going to be in a position where they really can't afford to tag him again next year. The franchise tag would be too much, and it's going to be very difficult, not impossible, but very difficult for the team to re-sign him, particularly when a guy like that can hit the market, when free agent wide receivers are getting what they're getting. If T. Higgins becomes the free agent that he's expected to in March, what is his number going to be? It's going to be bigger than anything Cincinnati can pay. So in all probability, it's like the Jesse Bates situation playing out again. The Bengals tagged Jesse Bates. They knew they wouldn't be able to keep him after that year, but they wanted to compete that season with him. And I think the same thing is true for T. Higgins. Tag him. Can't get a deal worked out. Didn't try much to get a deal worked out. Recognition and acceptance of the fact that he'll become a free agent after this year. And in all probability, he'll leave Cincinnati after this season. But one final run back with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, as they try to do what they want to get done here in Cincinnati.
I think he understands that. We saw a documentary. I think his mom came out and said that she was like. I think everybody just kind of understands. And isn't it crazy that that's Bengals football?
Yeah, bingo.
Like that's literally the difference. Is like, yeah, this is how the Cincinnati Bengals operate. This is the situation they're currently in right now, with obviously the plethora of weapons that they have. They started selling advertisement on their stadium. Last team to do so.
Right.
They built an indoor facility. They started doing business to try to afford all these things. But you're not going to be able to keep everybody. And T. Higgins hitting the market next year. I want to let him know. Indianapolis is just 2 hours away, baby.
Whoa.
Right.
Indianapolis is 2 hours away, T. Come join Anthony Richardson. Get it right. We'll start house shopping for you here in Indy for next season. But go have a good one with Joey B. Do one little swan song over there in Cincinnati and do your thing. Don't do too good because we don't need you to be too expensive. But when you get to Indy, stay healthy, get faster, learn all the intel. Don't do too good, once again.
Drop a couple balls maybe here and there.
Yeah.
Don't need it. You're up by like 15. You can drop some.
Yeah, and don't get caught up with any, what's his face? The guy that was missing shots because he was in it with the bookie there.
Oh, Jonte Porter.
Yeah, don't do any of that. We're just saying keep your price at something that the Colts can afford.
Yeah.
And we're not the only team thinking that already.
Oh, no, yeah. He's already coming to New England.
No, Drake Maye looks good in that Hard Knocks.
He doesn't look good, my friend. He looks fantastic. Fantastic. He's the future.
I mean, Clyde told us.
6 to midnight. Connor went.
Still
Sent that
am.
clip in there. It's like, did you see Drake Maye? Did you see Drake Maye in Hard Knocks? Anything we missed over the last 2 weeks that we didn't ask you about here, Shefty?
The Vikings situation, their offseason has been very challenging, very difficult. You have Jordan Addison, obviously, being arrested in L.A., suspicion of DUI. Their offensive
He was asleep, right? They said he was asleep in his Rolls Royce in
behind the wheel
in LAX or in a high. Where was it? He was at the airport still.
Yeah, Field says white Rolls Royce there. I've read Lamborghini. I don't know which is which. Again, it was a high-priced, fancy car. He was asleep at the wheel. And this is a guy who last year, Jordan Addison, was cited right before training camp for driving 140 miles an hour and had to settle that issue.
Jeez.
And then, of course, we know the tragic circumstances that the Vikings already have gone through a week ago, losing tragically their rookie cornerback, Kyrie Jackson. So I just, again, this is why I think at this point, teams are ready to get back. They just want to get them back into a structured environment. And the whole situation with Minnesota that they've been through, challenging, tragic, sad, unfortunate. Everything about it is not great. And unfortunate that Jordan Addison went through that situation that he did this week, especially after everything that organization went through the week before.
Yeah, and I'm not immune to it. A lot of bad decisions made, throughout a lot of learning through your life. Everybody's got to tighten up, though. I think a lot of people, myself included, you forget how lucky you are to be in the position that you are. And then whenever something happens, you can be, perspective can be put back into place. Like, hey, this can all end very quickly for you. You are not the first person that the NFL needed, and you won't be the last person that the NFL has needed. It's like, that's why getting back in the building will hopefully get guys back straight, and kind of locked in. But we need to stop wasting opportunities just everywhere. And, I can't wait for guys to stop fucking up. And I was one that messed up. But nonetheless, Shefty, hey, appreciate you, buddy. You're the man.
Hope you're okay from the spider bite. Welcome back, everybody. We got a big season ahead. Going to be a lot of fun. Look forward to it. And welcome back to everybody.
Hey, you too. Way to work.
Let's go.
He did some work.
Shefty.
He did some work
Always
today.
work.
It was always work. Yeah.
Always work.
Every text I send is potentially a work text.
Yeah.
Every time he looks at his phone.
You never know who's going to give you the information.
Yeah.
I just texted with my DoorDash driver. He actually delivered some food to the Jets facility.
Whoa.
And everything you do could be, we appreciate, ladies and gentlemen, Adam Schefter.
Yeah.
As insiders, literally everything could be work.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
he might have known Cena was retiring before anybody else.
I think we kind of knew that.
I won't accept it. I can't believe that that's happened.
Let's go one last
Yeah, I was
run.
going to say, we're going to get one great run still.
I need 10.
Your time is up. One last time is now.
Yeah.
For John Cena, dude.
I can't be right.
Bad trumpets in the building.
Yeah, that's on me.
Insiders, though, do they have any real conversations?
I don't think so from what he just said.
I'm always working.
Yeah, and a lot of the stuff, that whole entire thing that he went on that he was wrong about immediately. I'm already forgetting it because I turned my brain
You're
off.
talking about
Franchise tag.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
It was not meant to be a weapon for the franchise. Shefty, they were sitting in a room, they're like, how about this? Motherfuckers can't leave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Isn't that the guy that said he doesn't want to get drafted to? All right. Okay. Switch some shit up for him.
Yeah, no big deal.
Not a weapon, though.
Just as a person that got franchise tagged, okay? No big deal. I don't know how many people host shows that have also been franchise tagged. I would like to say that in my particular position, the thing that I got robbed out of is a lot of the escalators, you see, because it's an average of the salaries, not of the bonuses and the escalators and the potentials. So at the kicker punter position, it's always so low because there's a lot of escalators in the kicker and punter contracts. So if I wasn't a dipshit, I probably should have been a little pissed, that I got franchise tagged instead of like a 4-year deal or something like that everybody else is looking for. But the price, if somebody's getting franchise tagged, is so much lower than what you're talking. And $39 million over the next 2 years for Ayuk or whatever, he could literally sign for 50 somewhere on a Thursday. Yep. Like that could happen out of nowhere. So business is always going to get in the way. Business is always going to get sorted, hopefully. But I just hope we don't get to a point where guys actually opt out of seasons.
Yeah, that would suck.
That would really, really suck.
Well, after the Lev Bell thing, too, like you saw what happened. Like he was one of the most electrifying players in the entire NFL. Yeah, it was sweet to watch him, and then you lose him for a year, and then he's never the same.
Do you remember how Chuck and Manusk and everybody used to talk about Lev Bell whenever
Oh, yeah.
Now, granted, how much you guys seemingly talked about Lev Bell kind of distracted you guys from, killer bees out there.
Sure.
Martavis, I think, went for 750 or so. I mean, Ben Roethlisberger threw for an actual 1,000 yards in one game against us. But the way Lev Bell was described in those team meetings, whenever they're laying out the plans, and then the highlights that were shown, he was one of one.
So sick.
And then there was other people trying to be him, and it was like, yo, you are not Lev Bell. And then that year off obviously affected it.
Yeah, he was at his peak. He was all time. His patience, power, speed. Then he can go out and be like a legit, probably wide receiver 2 for a lot of people at his prime. And to your point, it did start with him. You know how defensive coordinators are. You know how defenses, hey, you got to stop the run first. And we had a plan for 84. But, everybody got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. And 84 was special as well, especially when you had 7 throwing the ball. But Lev Bell at his peak. And once, like you said, once you take that year off, like it's hard to get for some reason. He was in his prime. What was he, mid-20s at that point?
Well, it's good. I mean, you lose that money, and then he had to just go to the highest suitor, and it was the Jets, and their O-line was terrible. They didn't have a quarterback. They had Adam Gase, so it's like because
Berhalter,
yeah, exactly. Because he lost a year, he's like, okay, well, I mean, this situation sucks. It's not the Steelers, but I need to make up for the money I lost, so I got to do it.
All right, well, we want to let Lev Bell know, hey, it was fun watching you play, dude.
Yeah, I love watching the highlights.
It was.
Anytime they come up, it's like Pat White at West Virginia. It's like, all right, I'm going to sit through this video and watch it because it's electrifying.
But sitting out a year is an aggressive decision, and if it ever works out for somebody, we will certainly applaud them and congratulate them. But the NFL is a league that the teams, they got it. If they want, they got the power.
Yeah.
And if they want to flex it, they certainly can. Franchise tag didn't used to have a limit. Vinatieri got franchise tagged, I think, 3 times in a row.
Damn.
Nobody really talks about that. Yeah, Vinatieri, I think it was 3 times in a row. Yeah, I think he got franchise tagged 3 times in a row. And then as soon as he became a free agent, like the Colts were like, we'll pay you, please. And then he won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
First year that they're here with the Indianapolis Colts. I don't want to give away his business. I think the Packers are interested. I think the Packers were interested in Adam Vinatieri.
Yeah.
And because there was maybe some intel being told to him that nobody really had any offers for him. And then he got franchise tagged. And then he don't even look around anywhere pretty much. There's nothing. And then as soon as he became an actual free agent, it was like teams were like, yes. Mm-hmm. But Julius Peppers too, I think he got it like 3 times in a row.
Twice. Didn't Kirk get franchise twice? Cousins?
Yeah. With the Washington.
Yeah.
They dropped it down to 2 though. So it used to be like 3. And then I think they dropped it down to 2. And it's like, if the NFL players are going to give up that 18th game and the extra bye week, it's like that's probably not a bad one to maybe try, especially with where these contracts are headed for the top end. Like Lamar Jackson was potentially going to get screwed by the Baltimore Ravens franchise tagging him.
Oh, yeah.
Like they had him for 3 years whenever we started talking about his contract extension that he was have earned and worthy of having and already been an NFL MVP. Now, obviously, the Baltimore Ravens got it worked out with him just like they said they were going to. So, let's not knock the Baltimore Ravens at all. But it's like maybe drop that down to 1 year, as opposed to being able to do it multiple times. Because whenever you're staring down not a lot of hope that a deal is going to be able to get done, that affects the leverage of the whole thing, too.
Ruins it.
Because Lynch and Shanahan can literally say, bud, you're here for 3 years. Okay.
So
get comfortable. Make the best out of it.
Yep. Yeah. That was kind of interesting too, though, from Hard Knocks. Just hearing him behind the scenes, kind of get coached up on how to, how he's speaking on things. Hey, we talked about franchising Saquon, and then Saquon hey, we got to talk about, Saquon has spoke publicly about not wanting to be franchised. So how do different organizations attack that publicly? Because from watching that, if I'm a player, a star player at that, I'm like, okay, when I talk my shit, like that actually impacts what they
people
say,
can be a human.
How the franchise move. Obviously, the fans are going to be affected, the media, the narrative, so on. That's definitely interesting. Another spin to see on how that show and how it keep going.
See, when I watched it, I thought to myself, like, okay, Shane doesn't want to deal with the bullshit, which I appreciate. Shane doesn't want to deal with the bullshit. I do appreciate the thought of, like, other players potentially watching that and being like, tell the agent to do you want to deal with this shit?
Yep.
All over again? You don't want to deal with it. Like Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
At the Indianapolis Colts.
He was mentioned in there, too.
It was so loud. It was so loud here in Indy. Brand new head coach, brand new quarterback, brand new era. We had number 4 overall pick. Team was not good. Like, we earned that number 4 overall pick.
Yeah.
It's not like we traded for that number 4 overall pick.
Yeah.
Team was not good. We get high draft pick. We get a quarterback. We got a new coach, everything going. And then one of the guys that was on the team that led us to the 4th overall pick, one of the pillars of the team, who is not coming off like the most healthy
injured
year.
2 years ago was his good year before his contract.
He's now like holding the franchise hostage, like publicly. He's the best player we have. Like this is how this goes. And then that inevitably we would assume after watching Hard Knocks is certainly the reason why it got done. So now, it's going to get loud.
Oh yeah,
Ayuk's documentary.
Oh yeah. All the
you
stuff
can afford
on
to
social. And like the 5th-year option, like if we're limited, it's like, hey, if you use the 5th-year option, then maybe you can only use the franchise tag once, just because then it's not a 3-year thing. Because that was the same situation with Lamar that it is with Ayuk right now, where it was 5th-year option, tag. Like maybe if you use the 5th-year option, you can only use the tag once or something like that.
Hopefully
if they
work.
wanted to change
That feels like a good bargaining chip though.
Huge.
In there, because it's normally like weed. We'll lure them out. We're testing for weed. You guys put your bodies into 50 more car wrecks one more time.
Yeah.
How about it? We won't test for weed, though. It's like, let's do some actual shit.
Yeah.
If you're going to do it. Easier said than done whenever you're negotiating with 31 billionaires' best lawyers. Joining us now is a man who was supposed to join us about 10 minutes ago, but I believe there's been connection issues because this guy is always on the job. Don't know if you saw his screen time. It circulated.
Yep.
Oh, no.
23 hours or 21 hours on the phone or something. This guy, NBA insider for the Stadium FanDuel TV, 21 hours.
Sleep, Sean.
Come on.
Duh, come on.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shams Charania, you're going to die.
Here you go.
You're going to die. How do you look this good? Look at how good the hair, the skin, the whole 21 hours this guy's staring at blue screens.
good.
No glasses either. We don't see his ass ever wearing the blue glasses.
Not good.
I got to get the blue blockers. What do I got to do? I mean, do I look tired, Pat? You tell me. I feel tired. I mean, I've been in Vegas about a week now for Summer League. Saw some Team USA, Canada. Spent some time around USA basketball. So I'm doing a little bit better.
Yeah, Canada. Suck it. Same with
Gotcha.
Dylan Brooks, too. Shut up. All right? Listen, it works in the NBA, but whenever you're talking USA, get out of here.
It's a showcase.
Get
It's a
out.
showcase.
Anyways,
Dave.
since we missed out because you don't have any service because your phone wants to work, but the Wi-Fi in Vegas doesn't want. The Wi-Fi in Vegas can't keep up with Shams Charania.
Can't do it.
It's bad. It's bad. These hotel Wi-Fi really, really bad in Vegas.
All right, we're running out of time. So let's get to the important shit here. Can we please? You just brought up Team USA. I saw a clip from the NBA Twitter account of LeBron James literally just directing traffic on the court for an entire practice. And then I think there was people, Steve Kerr, like called and asked somebody like, hey, is this him every single practice? And they were like, yeah, this is him every single practice. I know Anthony Edwards spoke, I think, before this entire training camp and before the game got going. He said, everybody's going to have to adjust around me. I'm a star. I'm the best guy. This is clearly LeBron James' team still. And is this dude an actual alien? And how does everybody feel about him? We know that you and him dap each other up whenever you see each other walking through hallways, Shams.
Yeah, that's the no look. That's the no look dap right there. I'm not taking any credit for that one. But
You look clean.
What I will say about LeBron James, spending time in that Team USA practice setting, watching that game, and the way that he's moved, the way he's looked, you think about he's going into his 22nd season in the NBA. He's going to be 40 years old in December. He's not supposed to look this good at this age. And just watching how Steph Curry, LeBron James, and hopefully Kevin Durant, if he gets out there, those are the three players, the pillars of this USA basketball team. LeBron James really started it last summer when he had conversations with Steph Curry, conversations with Kevin Durant, about forming this kind of last dance at Team USA for those three in particular. Now you have a team, Jason Tatum, Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards got off to a great start today in their exhibition against Australia, by the way. Joel Embiid. This is a team that has obviously the old heads per se, but also a lot of youth, a lot of the next-gen players in today's NBA. But for sure, this is really LeBron James, his vision for the team. When you think about him, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant, and you're seeing it kind of come to life. And he's looked really, really good at Team USA practice.
Okay, it's been fun to kind of keep up with it all. I can't believe Bronny's not on the team. You know, there's a chance Bronny make team maybe in a few years after some work in the G League and with the Lakers. Fully guaranteed contract. Shout out Rich Paul. Dude's an absolute dog. Let's talk about Team USA people that leave. Kawhi Leonard just said, nah, I don't want to represent the United States. How'd that entire thing work out? And are we ever going to watch Kawhi Leonard play basketball? I miss that. That guy was good. You remember in the corner, the shot, the bounce? Remember the handles, smack the floor? I mean, are we ever going to watch this guy play basketball again? What is the case here?
That was the part of why, essentially, Kawhi Leonard left the Clippers, because of how he looked. And USA basketball, as much as this was a Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers joint decision as far as him withdrawing from the team, this was also a little bit about Team USA as well. And they saw him go through multiple days of practices. And I saw at least one day, and the way Steph Curry, LeBron James, and those guys looked on the court, compared to how Kawhi Leonard looked, USA essentially determined that he did not meet their criteria for fitness and fit to be able to play moving forward. So as much as Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers pulled the plug, USA Basketball pulled the plug as well. Grant Hill was actually a little bit surprisingly more vocal about that, the fact that they also, Team USA, played a part in this. Kawhi Leonard wanted to play. I think the Clippers are hopeful he's going to have a full offseason, get healthy, but there has been some concern about his knee. The same knee that he had the torn ACL a few years ago. He had the torn meniscus a couple years ago. This is something that the Clippers have to monitor the rest of the summer, and that's what this is about, his longevity and his being able to play in NBA games this season and for the next few. He's starting a 3-year, $150 million contract this upcoming season, so that is very important for the
He wanted to play, though, you're saying. He wanted to play.
He wanted to play.
Okay,
and
that's
people
good.
around him
got a full off
believe
season. He'll work. He'll get back. We'll be able to see Kawhi instead of the where's Kawhi? I'm excited. Hey, Kawhi, we miss you, buddy.
Good luck, Kawhi.
Kawhi, good luck with the knee. Good luck with the injury. All right, we only have a couple minutes left here because your Wi-Fi sucks so bad. You literally, your face is so handsome, so it doesn't look as bad as it possibly could. Every fourth word, you're freezing up.
Gross.
But you look so handsome, dude. You look, the hair looks.
Can we just blame? I'm blaming the Wi-Fi here, 100%. But let's get to more important things.
No, more important things. Clay, so he doesn't go back to Golden State. I heard the LA Lakers, who couldn't bring anybody in, and LeBron James, who was going to take a pay cut, I heard, and then did not. He did not take a pay cut. That was a wild development on my phone during the break. It's like, well, I thought LeBron was taking a pay cut. And then people were like, well, they couldn't land anybody. They tried to land Clay, right? And Clay chose Dallas over LA. Is that the accurate depiction? And how'd this all work out? Quick, we got a minute.
Klay Thompson had more on the table, potentially from the Lakers, 4 years, 80. I mean, even last offseason, he turned down 2 years, 48, I'm told, from the Warriors. He believed the Dallas Mavericks had the best opportunity for him to win a championship than any team. The Warriors, the Lakers, that's why he chose Dallas. He's going to be their starting three, and he's going to be the guaranteed starter. He's guaranteed minutes there, an opportunity to play.
He's Ray Allen in the corner.
And somebody's putting out some bad pub on Klay right now.
What?
Very bad.
You saw it too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw it on my timeline.
It's not great.
He's gonna fit right in. He's the exact
Klay.
piece that they need.
They got videos of Klay getting locked up at LA Fitness. I don't like it.
LA Fitness?
I don't like it. I don't love it.
They got basic ass whites playing at LA Fitness.
We need to arrest whoever put this out.
These are not the basic ass whites?
No, it look like some basketball players, but
I mean, he's just jacking around.
He's drunk. He just got off his boat. He's got sea legs. Don't worry about him. We appreciate you, Shams. Keep crushing it. We'll talk to you later this week.
Appreciate you guys.
Shams Charania.
Yeah,
He's got sea legs, bro. He's the captain of the ship.
Yeah.
He arrived on a boat. What do you want him to do?
Someone delete that video.
That did look weird. That didn't look like. Is he working on a new shooting technique?
He might
Maybe.
Maybe he's working. It's practice.
Yeah.
He'll be in the corner. Post it up. Not good start for Clay with the Mavs. We'll see you next hour. Is now now is a man who will be compared to forever whenever they're talking about GOAT conversations in the sport of football. That's because he won 7 Super Bowls, was consistently dominant for more than 2 decades at football. Ridiculously handsome. So absurdly handsome. An underdog story, too, picked at 199 of the NFL draft. Not a top 5 pick, not handed anything. And then what did he do? He went to work, did his job, became the greatest of all time, and now a phenomenal businessman and a great representation of the greatest league on earth. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom Brady. Hell yeah,
What's
dude.
up, my man?
Tom, I thought this was all potential gimmick rip. I didn't know if you were actually on the show. I'm so pumped you were here. Hey, we love you, dude. We love you, Tom.
I appreciate it.
When you're 40 years old and you've won 6 Super Bowls and you're already being called the GOAT, was there anything to you getting to the point of just being, I'm tired of Bill Belichick talking to me like I'm a 23-year-old? Because that was kind of the lingering at the end of your time at New England.
There was so much people just trying to create some division that most of it was untrue, but it's just the way the world works. And naturally, I think division from within is a big problem in these team environments. And I don't like seeing any dysfunction in team environments. Obviously, my respect for Coach Belichick is pretty well documented. He was an incredible leader and coach for our team. And I tried to do my best every single day that I took the field. I knew that he did the same thing. And I think that's why I respected his coaching so much.
But whenever they talk about the Patriot way, that is normally the reason that is given, is like the Patriot way, the Patriot way, the Patriot way.
I've never used that term in my entire life. I think when people say it, I'm always like, what's the Patriot way? It sounds like the title of a book. I think what we tried to do was we tried to do things the right way. I think we tried to practice the right way and prepare the right way. What happened on game day was ultimately a reflection of what we practiced. And I thought we had great leadership from our coaches, and it filtered down to the guys who really drove the culture. We had so many guys that I played with over the course of a lot of years that really understood that, okay, I'm going to care about my teammates and I'm going to care about helping the team win.
There's a guy on our show who is diehard Patriot fan. Boston Connor has a question for you.
Yeah, Tommy, I have to.
What's up, Boston?
I have to start and just say thank you. You know, my whole life has been incredible because of the fact that you have won 6 Super Bowls. And, you know, I'm a loser every day, but I'm a winner as a football fan because of you and what the Patriots were able to do. So thank you. What do you think the new era of New England with Mayo is going to be?
Him coming back into coaching, I think is great for the NFL and certainly great for the Patriots. He's got a great understanding of how things need to be done. I think Gerard does an incredible job relating to everybody in the locker room, all the coaches, and I think he'll do a great job.
Going into the booth, are you utilizing the same thing, hearing what people are saying about you going in there? And how do you balance that while still being a human?
The broadcast going to be 5 years from now is going to be hopefully more improved than the one that starts on day one. So I'm going to go in there with the opportunity to start and learn, and I'm sure by the end of the year I'll feel more comfortable. I really want to be a great ambassador for the NFL and the game. I love the sport. I love the athletes. I love the organizations, and I really appreciate how challenging it is to get there.
The following program is a collection of stooges talking about happenings in the sports world. It is meant to be comedic informative. The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect the beliefs of their peers, their boss, or ESPN. There may be some cuss words because that's how humans in the real world talk. If you are young, please seek permission before watching any further.
Hey,
Why?
let's go.
This show stinks, and the fact that you listen, we are very, very thankful for. The all-time leading tackler for the Green Bay Packers, you pig! Damn it! Be a friend, tell a friend something nice could change their life.
Sport.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to our humble abode, the Thunderdome, on this magical Monday, July 15th, 2024. Hour 2 of the program starts right now. We're incredibly lucky to be able to be back on these microphones after a 2-week hiatus. In the first hour, we had an incredible opportunity to chit-chat with Adam Schefter and Shams Charania. In this hour, we'll talk to Jet Passan because the home run derby's tonight.
All right.
All-star things happening.
Holy shit.
Paul Skenes, first rookie to be the starting pitcher in the All-Star game ever. Pittsburgh Pirate Mustache Permane special. Permane Brothers Sandwiches, which is a local sandwich shop that started in Pittsburgh because all the guys that worked in the mills didn't have long lunch breaks, so a sandwich shop started where they put the fries and the coleslaw onto the sandwich because we ain't got time. We got to get back to work. This is Pittsburgh. America depends on us. Then Permane Brothers continue to expand and go nationwide because the Steelers fans are literally everywhere because once the steel mills moved, not only in Pittsburgh to around the country, a lot of Yinzers got displaced, which is why there's a Steeler bar in every single city. And Permane's Brothers started following them. Well, there are specials at Permane Brothers. If you have a mustache, because Paul Skenes is the man that he is, you get a free sandwich, I believe, on July.
Yeah, I don't know what day it is, but that is correct. That if you have and I don't think it has to be like a full mustache. I think if you
that can suck.
Yeah, if you have any hair above your lip whatsoever, boom, free mustache in honor of Paul Skenes.
Okay, so we'll talk to Jet Passan about that here in about 9 minutes or so. And then we got Dana White joining us at the end, about 1:35 Eastern time. Obviously, big things on the horizon for UFC and for Dana White. Can't wait to hear what he has to say about everything happening in his world. The Talks Table is here at Boston Connor and at Ty Schmidt. I mean, that's going to be...
I mean, come on. We've all been thinking about it. We've all been locked into it. How could we...
UFC's big stuff.
It's UFC 304 next week. I mean, the card's unbelievable.
Well, then you see that tweet Conor McGregor sent to Michael Chandler about, hey, I talked to Dana about our new date. All looking good, 24 for sure. And Chandler and Conor, although they're yelling in each other's face there at Ultimate Fighter, as there were two coaches on our teams, in this particular tweet thread, they were like, we're united on this thing, brother. Yeah. And then I think Dana, too, also probably. So I'm excited to hear a conversation about this. Mexican Independence Day at the
Sphere.
At the Sphere, their stuff. And then obviously there's a lot going on.
Yeah, sure.
I'm excited to hear what Dana has to say. Sitting in for one half of the Hammer, Dahn. Cowboys, Tone Diggs. Hey, we miss you, buddy.
Miss you, Tony.
Tone Diggs, classic schedule, vacation.
Little snafu.
Is that what you meant by a lot going on with Dana White? What did you? I missed that at the end there.
What's that?
What did you mean by there's a lot going on for Dana?
I think he's making an announcement this week.
A proclamation today of all days?
No, I think just. I don't know. I think this is Magic Monday, July 15th. Yeah. No, there's just. I'm excited to hear.
A lot going on.
Anyways, Tone Diggs scheduled his vacation, full thing, full family.
Yep.
Both sides. I think real travel, kids obviously. But before we knew when we were having vacation, and he just assumed that we were going to do vacation at the same exact time. And Tone is a planner. I mean, if we're doing anything, Tone is actually the one planning it. So hey Tone, we miss you, buddy. But I know this trip is awesome, and we missed the hell out of you.
Miss you, Tony.
He felt terrible.
Oh yeah,
You're talking about walking in with just like an uncomfortable.
I mean, wait till he comes back next Monday. I think we should just make a pact now. We're not talking to him for at least a week.
Just put him up.
Silent treatment, like he just hit his first home run.
Okay, yeah. Oh, you're walking through the duck.
Yeah, bingo, one of those.
Think about how tan he's gonna look.
He's gonna look fantastic
with his new body,
hair,
super
sun-kissed.
fit. Oh my God, he's gonna be itching to gamble on something.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that.
Can't wait to see. Hey, Tone, we miss you, Tone.
Love you, Tone.
But instead, we have a 9-year NFL vet, absolute stallion, host of everything DB, good D, bad D, ladies and gentlemen, Darius Butler. D-Bucks, you do a great job up there, obviously.
Appreciate you. Good to be here.
Hey,
good day.
I'm excited for college football season.
Pumped.
And I know you, much like everybody else on this stage, the announcement of NCAA 2K25 got everybody zeked up.
Yeah.
It's being released today, 4 p.m.
I didn't download that one yet. I downloaded a game.
No, that's the one.
Oh, that's the name?
Yes.
I might have got.
No, it's NCAA 2K 2025.
Okay.
That's the name of the game.
Right.
Wake up, Butch.
That's the name of the game.
Okay.
We all get what it is. We know what it is.
Yes.
Anyways, that's coming out 4 o'clock. Are you a player? Are you a good player?
I am. I haven't played that. Madden. I'm in and out. Depends on if my brothers are playing or not. But I will be all in on this. It's already loaded up in the hotel room. Got the PS5. It's loaded up. Cannot wait.
Hope the Wi-Fi is good.
Colorado.
Hope the Wi-Fi.
Oh, Wi-Fi is good out here. Come on, we're in the Midwest, baby. We're wired in out here. I don't know about Vegas, what they got going on out there.
Hey, that is real. I mean, there is some, good fiber opportunities out here in Indiana. You can really lock in. You guys play this game online? Is that how this thing goes?
Yeah, you play it online. You can do like a dynasty mode, if you will, so we would all be in the same season with different teams, different conferences.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, no. It
pretty
is,
sweet.
It is very, very legit. 2K got it right.
Okay, so I'm not a big gamer.
Sure.
I suck with my thumbs.
Okay.
I'm not good with the thumbs. Can't do it. My brother, very good. So I chose not to play because I would just get my ass beat every time. Why am I signing up to do something that I'm just going to get murdered? So I went and kicked the soccer ball on the side of the house. Okay, for hours and hours and hours.
Thank God.
It worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah.
But it's on days like today that it really sucks. Because if I was to go into that online thing,
Yeah.
I would get brutally beat down. We're talking maybe Dolphins early season, 70, Dolphins late season. That type of 70 to next to nothing.
Okay.
We're talking that type of beatdown if I was to get in there. But I can't wait to watch you guys. I can't wait to learn about what guys are maybe on the rise in NCAA 2K 2025's ratings. What do they know behind the scenes of practices to make people who? What are they going to rate Ollie Gordon?
Yeah.
Especially now we know with what Coach Gundy's saying and everything.
He is the 4th highest or 5th highest rated player in the entire game. Number 1, I believe, is Edwards from Michigan.
Do they take actual hits for what happens in real life in the rating system? For instance, if Jalen Milroe comes out, who looks unstoppable, but if Jalen Milroe throws another, what was it called? Dagger, maybe? Is that the name of the?
Gravedigger.
Yeah, Gravedigger. There it is.
It's
Gravedigger. What if he comes out in a training thing, goes 75 yards into a bucket? Are they boosting his throwing in real time?
So they do that in Madden. Like, there'll be updates. Like, if guys are playing really well, their overall ratings will increase. I would assume they're going to do it for 2K as well, NCAA 2K 2025, but I'm not positive.
What if a guy goes on there, is playing, and just buries his teammates? Like, these offensive linemen suck.
That happened, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did the awareness drop for that particular player? Because he's really fucking good at football.
Yeah, no, I don't think he has dropped. He is also one of those top 10 guys, but that brings up a great point. Like, if Arch Manning ends up coming in, and he plays unbelievable, does his rating just go through the roof? It should.
He's already 87.
Yeah, but Quinn Ewers he's also a top 10er. I mean, he's on the damn cover. He's in the 90s.
Yeah, I can't wait to learn, and maybe this is the game that teaches my thumbs how to be good.
There you go. You should just play on like rookie, because then you can just learn. It's so easy to learn all the players now. Like, now there's an actual reason. It's like studying.
That's why I want to watch you guys.
Yeah.
That's why I'm watching like all these clips that are coming out of people playing. I'm like watching, and I'm like, all right, who is it? What? All right, sweet. This is obviously new tight ends. You got people in new positions, new schools. I mean, it's going to be a wild college football year. Can't wait for NCAA football 2K 25. Joining us now is a man who's been in a lot of video games. He's also going to be in WWE 2K.
Whoa.
Ladies and gentlemen, a college football national champion, a Super Bowl champion, phenomenal golfer.
Phenomenal.
Better than Romo, baby.
AJ Hawk.
Yeah, Hawk.
Yeah, you beat Romo's ass.
Yeah,
AJ.
Come on, Hawk.
Yeah.
Come on, Hawk.
Yeah, somehow I did out the American Century Championship. I played better than I ever have. So, yeah, Tony, I don't know what's going on, but, we know what Tony can do. Tony can shoot 3 straight days of 62. He just didn't do it this weekend.
He can. Say no more about golf, Tony Romo. Okay. AJ Hawk's a better golfer than Tony Romo.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
All right.
No one said that. Nobody said that.
Yeah, it's right here.
Yeah.
Been in the lab.
Tony Romo, right there. You, right there. Let's go.
Wow.
I'm proud of you, dude.
Yeah.
You
I'm proud
guys,
of
you
you.
guys
fun.
weren't bullshitting about AJ, huh?
Dude,
No.
he's a
Legit
saying.
so
good. I've never scored anywhere near there. I got 22 points. The best I ever had was, I believe,
80?
maybe
I don't
10.
know.
84, 80 were the scores in a PGA golf tournament regulated tough golf course. 80, just shooting 80.
Never plays.
Better than the
Never
Rocket?
plays.
Dude, hey, AJ, listen.
What?
It's up. We all know. You golf every fucking day of your life. We know it. We know it.
Yep.
You drop the kids off at school in the morning.
Yep.
Then he goes and gets around a Mark Wahlberg golfing.
Yep.
And then he comes, sits down in here, does this show, picks the kids up at home, see you later. He's telling everybody I work out all day. Oh, I handle stuff. Oh, sorry, babe, gotta do bills. No, he is on the putting green because he's burying putts, this dude.
All the time.
He's on the drive. Is that happening? AJ, are you?
Chipping.
Legitimately, you're the biggest sandbagger on earth. You're getting all this work in, not telling anybody you say you suck, and then you're better than Tony Romo, who has 3 golf coaches.
Yeah.
It makes no sense, AJ.
Oh, no. Well, golf doesn't make sense. We know that. We all know how it works. But I know that
Valid.
Not sandbagger. I don't sit there and try to tell people one way or the other how I play golf. You try to tell me how I play golf. I don't ever present to people and say, hey, I'm a great golfer. I can do this. I can do that. I mean, who honestly is like that is Aaron. Aaron plays way less than all those guys out there, and he's getting top 10, top 15 every year.
Yeah, dude almost won it last year.
Yeah.
You know, almost is relative. He would have had to hit like 2 more eagles, which wouldn't have been possible. But he was a top 5 finisher in this entire thing. And where he just got back from Hungary.
Yeah.
He was in Hungary. I'm sure he was golfing. I'm sure he's in Costa Rica working on his putts.
Yeah, the course is there.
How was he? You got a chance to chat with him? How's he feeling? How's the body? How's life? How's mind? How's spirit? You get it?
Yeah, he was great. He looked great. You know, I know you saw him last year in Tahoe. He was in great shape. Looks like same. Looks like the Achilles wasn't even a thing. Like nothing he even talked about. Never mentioned it. few fans when I say, "Oh, watch the Achilles," when he's sitting there walking, jumping around, throwing the ball on the 17th. I mean, that dude threw some dimes on 17 each day because I play with him every day. He threw so many perfect opportunities for people to dive off of boats and catch it. And I don't know if anyone really came down with a clean catch, though.
Dude, they're boozing. What do you want?
Yeah.
But he throws some of those footballs. We had a clip, was it 2 years ago maybe, where I'm standing like from beach and he T-box. I was either probably taking a fireball shot. That thing's tough to survive.
You got fireball?
There's a lot. I got firebombed in there. But I have a video of him throwing one in there, and it looked like it went 95 yards. It just absolutely traveled. That's whole 17, obviously, after go. So it sounds like he's in great shape, good spirits. He said he's going to play with Davante again. I watch receivers. There seemed to be a time during the season when Jimmy G was his quarterback and things were going great. Well, I think Davante would have been playing for another team if anybody would have asked. That's what I saw in receiver. He said he's going to play with them again? What does that mean? Golf?
Yeah.
Football? You were there.
I don't know. What does that mean? I don't know if he was just messing with people or he's just trying to put it out there and trying to manifest that and get Davante on the squad. I don't see how it would happen, but yeah, he definitely is a huge fan of Davante and would love to throw the ball to him again.
Whoa.
Were you guys hanging out afterwards, after the round? Because I know Davante was out there.
Oh, yeah, we saw Davante can play, man. He's a good golfer. He just started a couple years ago, and he's a grinder. He's all
about golf.
Yeah.
We love Davante.
Football. He looks great. Davante looks in great shape, too. Looks very quick. We all know he runs great routes. We know he wants to score every time he touches the ball. So
best part.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the season.
He is the best part of receiver
for sure.
Did you watch all those episodes?
I watched most of them. Yeah. I think it's a quarterback show. I think it's a quarterback show.
What do you mean?
And that's not a shot at anybody. I just think it's a quarterback show, and that's just me personally. I'm not saying that it couldn't be defensive line, it couldn't be offensive line,
D-line. Just if I could put in a vote, D-line is where I would like this thing to head next.
Yeah, like Wilkins and Crosby.
Yeah, D-line is right where I would like. Which they're on the same team.
Exactly. So
that needs to be.
They should do D-line room instead of like quarterback receiver. Like
most entertaining room in any football building is the D-line room. No doubt about it. Not even a question. You go to a D3 school, you go to the NFL, you're at the UFL. I'd assume now Canada's different than us.
Yes,
Canada's a very different place than us. You know? I assume you go up there, D-line room. Most entertaining room of all the rooms. Let's do D-line next year. Let's do D-line room. I didn't mind.
It's that damn spider bite. See, you might be getting superpowers from that damn spider bite.
Gotta hope it wasn't a brown recluse.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
You get up there and win.
You got any powers? Have you tried to do the Spidey thing? You jump in front of a car?
AJ, did you see this? I was on an island, got bit, got 4 bumps on my arm that haven't gone away. What the hell? I'm going to die.
Have you talked to anybody about that? Like what that could be?
Every day I just assume it's going to go away, and then I'm like, I'll die if it's still here tomorrow.
Can you hold it up again? Hold it up close. Looks almost like a tattoo.
Shit, that was a spider.
Maybe you do get a tattoo.
Bro, that is not a spider bite.
Top row of fang.
I mean, the government might have stabbed you while you were sleeping.
Whoa.
Whoa.
What are you trying to say?
Don't be saying.
What are you trying to say?
We're not getting into that. So I think I potentially closed on something, right? Because it seems to.
So he got you. You closed, and he got you a couple more times.
Yes,
going down.
He went down.
Swinging. Yeah,
everybody can get it. That's what I think potentially happened. And then I popped it, and there was like water.
Okay. Dude, you're changing, man. You might actually be turning into a damn superhero.
I still have so many edibles in my system from that vacation. I don't need you telling me I'm changing right now.
No, in a good way. I'm saying physically, genetically.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is maybe a Spider-Man. Okay, you're talking about a guy who We're talking about legs, gigantic,
brick shit house.
He is a brick shit, like Braun Breaker. Yeah. He is a brick shit house runner. This guy, hair, somehow better than Shams.
Yeah,
whoa. Shams got the best hair I've ever seen.
True.
And then Jet Passing comes, pops his head on the screen. It's like boom, better than everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, it is baseball season. We're in All-Star Week. The home run derbies this evening. Paul Skenes is starting as a rookie for the first time in like the game's history. And to tell us all about it, the next face of baseball, the next generation of baseball coverage. Friend of the program, the Jet, Jeff Passan.
Yeah, Jet.
Look at that hair.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, don't even be comparing me to the other guy. Come on, it's not even a contest.
The other guy.
Whoa.
It's not even close.
Kinda like
Come
it.
on.
You guys gotta go toe to toe.
Yeah, Sean. I don't know. Eye to eye. Sean.
Just saying. But truth is truth, boys. You know, Pat. You said it yourself.
You're 100% right. Your hair is fantastic. Baseball is as well. I've been watching this year, Jet. Consider Paul Skenes a needle mover. I don't know about how everybody else is, but for me, if there's a clip floating around on the internet and it's Paul Skenes anything, I'm going to watch it. I don't even care if it's the way he's walking off the field because he's got a little pizzazz.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing interviews. He's giving the right answers. Mustache, phenomenal. This guy, everybody's saying he's dry. I think he's a hilarious human if you get to know him probably one-on-one, I would assume. And he's just getting started, and he's seemingly better than anybody could have expected, even though he was one of the highest-rated pitchers coming out of college in the history. Is this dude the future of this is baseball? This guy's the guy, and he's a Pittsburgh Pirate? Let's go, Jet. We've been dreaming about this, Jet.
Pat, I don't think he's the future of baseball. I think he's the present of baseball.
Love it.
I think he is that good. And to come up less than a year after you were drafted and be starting the All-Star game, like, remember, the draft and the All-Star game happened in the same week. And so literally a year ago now, Paul Skenes was just leaving LSU and joining the Pirates organization. Comes up in May. We have talked about him on the program for a while now, and he's been better than anyone expected. The fastball, 102 miles an hour. The splinker, nasty. The slider just takes souls. And the idea that tomorrow we're going to see Paul Skenes, and the American League lineup is going to be announced in about an hour. The idea that it is going to be Paul Skenes against Gunnar Henderson, Juan Soto, and Aaron Judge, even if you don't think you like baseball, you have to watch that. Because it is power versus power. It is excellence versus excellence. And frankly, it's the sort of thing that Major League Baseball needs. I know this is an exhibition game, but this is as must-watch as baseball gets.
No, there's been plenty of times where leagues' histories needed their All-Star game to be a showcase of what their sport was so that more eyes would be on it and grow it. This seems like the perfect opportunity to do as such, and I think Skenes loves the opportunity to do this, which is a very cool part of Paul Skenes in the way he's handled all the pressure of being this guy and seemingly always on the same even keel. And the special that is being run by Permane Brothers is actually during the All-Star game tomorrow. If you show up with a mustache during the All-Star game, you get a free sandwich.
Boom.
Get a free sandwich. Shout to Permane Brothers. Shout to Paul Skenes with his upper lip decoration, feeding families.
Yeah.
You know, feeding families out there because those are big sandwiches. Now, Ty has some follow-ups here.
Yeah, Jet, in terms of Skenes, obviously, you know, what he's done has been amazing, but I think a lot of people assumed, like, obviously his stuff is ridiculous, but longer season than he's ever played in. Once he's faced these teams a couple times, maybe they get a little bit of a book on him. Is there any thought that, like, the other shoe's going to drop after the All-Star break when, like, the season starts to get a little longer, or is his stuff so good that, like, are we thinking Paul Skenes should be, like, the odds-on favorite to win the NL Cy Young?
I think he's got as good of a chance as anyone at this point, and that's with a multi, head start that Chris Sale had, for example. You know, Chris Sale's been awesome this year. Ranger Suarez has been ridiculous this year, and I think at the end of the year, it's going to come down to just how dominant he's been. We had this case a few years ago when Zach Wheeler had, I think it was like 40 more innings than Corbin Burns, but Corbin Burns' 170 or so innings were so good that it wound up getting him the Cy Young. If Skenes continues through the end of the year, Ty, pitching like he has right now, I think he's going to win the Cy Young. Ooh. And it looks like he's going to win the Rookie of the Year. And this is a guy who is so good that if he stays healthy and pitches over full seasons, you know, we could see him in the MVP conversation eventually too. Probably not this year, but the Pirates are going to be good. They just need to go out and spend some money and get a couple of hitters around him. Oh, that's a beautiful jersey, man.
What?
Yeah, that's an heirloom. You need to put that in glass because
I was going to say that's an Indianapolis Skenes jersey, isn't it?
Indianapolis? What do you?
Indianapolis what?
Well, I don't think that.
What team?
Indianapolis who?
What are you saying? Go Bucks, right here.
Yeah.
Go Bucks. So I got a Pirates shout out. Go Bucks on the AAA team he played for, the Indianapolis.
What is it?
Indians. Jeez.
This is going to be worth a lot. This guy's going to be the guy. He's going to be the greatest of all time.
I'm not going that far yet.
Jet, come on!
Buy in. One
Lord
time.
starts into his career. You want me to anoint him?
Yeah, let's do it.
Did it with show? Let's do it with
Come on up.
Yeah.
By the way,
Yeah.
what are you doing calling me out for graphics on a broadcast?
I thought that was hilarious. You didn't think? I thought it was funny. I didn't even know who the person would be to at. So, like, the only baseball person I know is you. So, hey, Jet, figure it out. Kid out of West Virginia University. You know what they call West Virginia University?
What's that?
They go, you know what? That UWV's got a good team this year. That UWV's got a good team. They said, so obviously this person had to make 1,000 graphics. They're going to make mistakes. I just thought that, and we make mistakes. I mean, this shit, literally, this person didn't do this on purpose. But I thought it was a good time to take a shot at you.
Sure.
And also knew we're coming back today, need to chat with the Jet because there's a massive thing taking place tonight. Go ahead, Calm.
Yeah, Jet, everybody loves the Derby, but I do believe the rules have changed this year. What are we going to expect tonight, and what is the setup now? Are we going back to the 10 outs, just swing the bat as hard as you can, or what's the deal? Are they going to put metal bats in there too? When are they going to do that?
Oh, God, I wish we had metal bats.
Okay.
How amazing would that be, by the way?
Yeah.
I worry about, like, the safety of the fans, frankly.
the
We do
kids.
not
They got
have metal
8-year-olds running around in the outfield taking.
Yeah, exactly,
I mean, you're worried about the
exactly.
safety. We already got that question asked a bunch all night tonight. I think that's the metal bat actual potential reality or no?
No.
Come
I
on.
wouldn't
Why?
say no.
Because baseball hates fun. That's why.
If they used metal bats, 3 to 5 people would die in the crowd. Like, and that's not an exaggeration.
Put nets up there. Boo hoo. You got when you buy a ticket and you know there's metal bats.
Everybody gets a helmet.
Wear a helmet.
Give him a football helmet.
Hey, you know what, Connor? Since you're such a tough guy, why don't we bring in a pitching machine into the Thunderdome and have you wear something at 100 miles per hour? How would you like that?
Well, look, Chad, I didn't buy a ticket.
I'm going to talk a lot, and then I'm going to be a big baby about it.
Because you're close. You almost said it, you son of a bitch.
Serena. Would have been mad. I'm excited for the Derby, though. I think we all are. What are the rules? Because I'll turn in, I'll watch, and then I'll see bonus time, and then I'll see time, and then what? This guy just hit 1,000 home runs. Well, he didn't win. He's got to do it again. What is the setup? What are the rules? And who is somebody that has a legit opportunity? Obviously, the polar bears the show every single time.
No doubt. Yeah, the new twist this year is in the past couple of years, it's been essentially swing as much as you can within the set limit of the time. This year, they're limiting the amount of pitches that you can see. So there's a lot of pressure on the actual home run derby pitchers, and every player selects his own pitcher. Pete Alonso has Dave Joust, who threw to him during his second home run derby championship. Bobby Witt Jr., his brother-in-law, is going to be thrown to him. Now, he's a former big league pitcher, James Russell, but they essentially have to throw it because you get 40 pitches in a 3-minute time limit. Everyone's going to go. The 4 highest totals will advance to the semifinals, and at that point, it becomes match play. And there's a point later on where in bonus time you have a limited number of outs. Like you have 3 outs to hit as many balls out as you can. So the rules change every year. It's all the same though, man. Just trying to hit bombs. Yeah, that's exactly right. You're just trying to hit the ball really far and put on a show like Josh Hamilton has, like Pete Alonso has, like so many great home run derby champions of the past have. And, when you look at the guys in recent years who have won, it's not just Alonso, it's Juan Soto, it's Bryce Harper, it's Aaron Judge. Like the biggest names of the sport have participated. And when you see that list of guys out there right now, the ones I'm keeping an eye on beyond Alonso are Bobby Witt Jr. and Gunnar Henderson, arguably the 2 best young stars in the sport today.
All right. Well, I appreciate the hell out of the fact that the stars still, like the dunk contest, is what you're referring to there. The people that have won in recent history are the stars of the game. So I appreciate that the MLB is still keeping it exciting and keeping it fun. I feel so bad for those pitchers, though.
Yeah. It's on them. It's on them.
they start throwing some balls or, hey, we all see high inside. This guy's taking it out every single time. And all of a sudden you see low outside. It's like, Bub, get it together. Well, Bub's not a fucking professional athlete.
Yeah.
You know, Bub's been hanging out. And now all of a sudden, hey, the whole world is watching baseball at the same time, and they're judging the shit out of how you're throwing. It's kind of a beautiful moment, but I feel bad every single year. Now, Jet, if this goes out, who wins? If this goes out, who wins? This is a universe ball right here, Jet. You're picking the winner.
Here's the thing. I'm going to pick the winner that I'm going to pick on the pre-show tonight, which means I have faith. Which means I have faith in you to hit a bomb here, Pat McAfee. I'm going with my Kansas City guy. I'm going Bobby Witt Jr.
Bobby Witt Jr., what a name. I'll tell you what, when Bobby Witt Jr. steps into that batter's box, he's going to hit dingers, he's going to hit bombs, because the universe says so. Oh, no, grounder. Double play.
Oh, man.
It almost
now
broke the glass.
That's a ground rule double.
Infield, in the park.
That was a good piece of hitting.
That was in the park home run.
Okay. Are we sure Bobby Witt Jr.'s not a NASCAR driver?
Yeah, it does sound like a little BWJ.
Yeah,
it does sound like a little bit of a BWJ.
He grew up in the Dallas area, so he's gonna have friends and family here. His dad was a big league pitcher, got all the bloodlines, and has been one of the best players in baseball this year, and really good kid to boot. So whether it's him, whether it's Henderson, whether it's Alonso, I mean, this is Pete Alonso every year at the Derby shows up and shows out, and this, as long as the Mets are Metsing, this is the highest profile gig that Pete Alonso is going to get.
The Mets are awesome. Shout out to Michael Cole and all their fans for being along for that terrible, terrible ride. It seems like the Pittsburgh Pirates are the hardest thing in baseball.
They've been better lately. I've been getting texts from Cole lately saying I'm back on board. Cole swore off the Mets probably about 3 weeks ago after they lost a couple games. He's back though.
Yeah,
you're gonna see him tonight. Ask him what he thinks about the Mets.
He really rides the wave of emotion with that Mets team, and it's normally Dahn and terrible. It seems like it's perfect for his personality. AJ has a question for you, Jet.
Jet, will we actually get to watch these dingers go and see how far they land? I know in the past they're pitching so quick that we don't even get to really see the ball land in the outfield stands. I like to see it. I like to see where that thing lands. Tonight, will we get that?
I hope so, man, because I'm with you. Part of the beauty of what Josh Hamilton did at Yankee Stadium 15 years ago now was that we got to watch the ball fly into the upper deck. And when it's timed like this, you don't get to appreciate a majestic 475-foot home run. Mm-hmm. I don't think with 40 pitches in 3 minutes it's going to be like that, because, if we break it down, that's 13 pitches a minute. That's a pitch every 4 to 5 seconds. So it's not ideal for home run watching, and it's the sort of thing that MLB I think needs to frankly think about more. I don't know if they're going to go back to the format that we had growing up when we were kids, where it was just
oh shit!
What just happened?
Legit.
Come on. You lied. Bullshit's back up there again.
Foxy?
Jay, were they talking to you? I was getting on board with what you were saying because you're talking about all the goodness of seeing how far the ball traveled. I want to know who's hitting the biggest bomb, how often are they hitting the bomb, and then Foxy, once again.
No.
Foxy went on his European vacation.
No.
Did you see this, Jet? Foxy goes on his European vacation, okay? He goes all over the world. It was incredible. Foxy, we're proud of you. Now, he says while he's on a beach in France, he goes, they think that whole glitch thing stopped. I'm going to bring it back. Literally day one, we come back, Foxy.
We declared weeks ago this was not me. This whole thing is frozen. My board freezes. I can't do anything, and we go black. What does this have to do with my vacation?
Well, because it's not very Nice at all, okay? I know you were over there.
Yeah, it isn't Nice.
No.
The south of France.
Do I feel like Chad Gable right now?
What? Chad Gable's in some shit. I will tell you that. I will absolutely tell you. It seems I saw that lady. I saw that lady. See?
What the hell?
What happened?
You don't want to know.
What's going on here?
You don't want to know. What's in there?
It's probably a body part.
Oh, no.
A big dump. Body part. Hell.
Boys.
Keep that shit over there.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, it is. Yep. Is
that a videotape?
This is a videotape from that.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. You got a VCR in there.
What year is it? Yeah.
I think Tim got one.
Jet, this is on you, I think. Jet, we appreciate you. Let's have a go home run derby tonight, Jet, okay? Great seeing you. Thanks for this.
Yeah, I'm
Last
gonna go
time I saw
hide
this
right
box,
now.
a freak show was staring at me. Ladies and gentlemen, Jet Passan.
Yeah, baby Jet.
Maybe that's who bit you over it.
Oh, my God, D-Bud. Oh, my God, he's got a point.
Well, I think this is actual bed bugs, but there's a chance that thing that was staring at me last Monday in Canada is a bed bug.
I was going to say, who says that they can't speak to
Did you
bugs?
see that?
Yeah.
This is the Bucks. This is it. That's cute. Foxy, sweet. Happy you did this.
Yeah, what? You guys think I got up and set that there? Like, what do you think?
We don't know what you do, you freak.
Anyways, we move on. Jet Passan was talking about the home run derby. What is that shit?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm about done with it.
Yeah, put it away.
Because now we know there's somebody. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, there's someone.
Has to be
in cahoots.
There's somebody in here.
Yeah.
Check the tapes. Who put it out there?
We're gonna have to get scary footage, but the lights won't do it.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
We have no air conditioning either. Oh.
Trying to smoke us out.
Interesting.
They climbed in the vents just like those fans.
Did you see that? The vent climbing from Colombia and Argentina?
Why? Why'd they have to do that, though?
Because they
just
didn't have
in
tickets.
early or what?
They didn't have tickets.
Oh, okay.
So here's the things that took place at that That's weird. I would like to know why.
Don't love that.
Don't love that at all. We'll keep that out of sight there. Because there's a mole. That means there's somebody.
Yeah, there's a mole in here.
That means there's somebody in work. Who is it?
Come on.
Great show on Netflix.
Oh, so good.
The Mole. Watch it with
good.
my wife during the break. Season 2, phenomenal. There's some good moles out there. There's some good moling out there.
Okay.
But we got a mole in here. Speaking of moles, David, you're right. We saw these. That was wild to watch last night during that Copa final.
What is going on here?
This is obviously Tactical Manager, I think is his account. He's a blogger.
Yeah.
I think he's a blogger. Whenever we were at TST, he was saying a bunch of stuff. And when we seems to be great. Legitimately has popped up on my algorithm a lot, follows along. He went to the Copa final because I think a lot of people were very excited to get there. Massive game. Messi's playing in what's potentially his last international game. So the entire soccer community wanted to be there. Well, they weren't the only ones. Everybody in Colombia wanted to be there, and everybody in Argentina wanted to be there. People without tickets, people that maybe had tickets at the upper deck that wanted to get down closer because we're here earlier. I mean, there was a full shit show at Hard Rock Stadium last night, AJ, and this is obviously going to get talked about until the World Cup's here in 2026 because there's a lot of stadiums that are going to be used, and there's a lot of people, I think, in a lot of stadiums and cities going, what the hell is that? Is that going to happen? Did you see the escalators, AJ? These things were just bashed. I don't even know why you would do that. Escalators are a good thing if you're trying to get from one spot to another. They didn't care. Argentina wins. Colombia fans potentially get pissed. They bashed the place. And were they buying concessions or was it just like a full-on?
Yeah, diving back there, grabbing shit. Yeah.
How much is a beer? No, it's not. I'll pour it myself. Like what all happened?
They pissed?
They were dragging people out in extra time with like 10 minutes left in the game still, going through all the rows, checking tickets.
Yeah, they had full-on cops checking seat to seat to seat to seat about ticket to ticket, and then they were escorting people out of there. It's like, okay, that seems like a great thing to be doing while the game is taking place. Think about those cops. Look at they're completely outnumbered.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And they're going into hey, you guys can't. Maybe family has tickets, like couple tickets.
There's 8 people in 2 seats.
I mean, it's like, and then are you getting people in there? Because then there was people outside standing there that were like, I paid $2,000 for this ticket. It's right here. You're not allowed in. You're not allowed in. They missed the whole game.
Yeah.
The amount of lawsuits that are going to come from this entire thing, it's going to be bananas.
Also, like, I saw a lot of people ripping the security and, like, the cops and stuff like that. But also, like, when you have people acting like this, something like this, like just acting like animals, well, and it's like there's nothing they can do. Like, when you have a mob like this, like, you either resort to violence and then people are like, oh shit, okay, we better, or like you can't do anything. You got people crawling through vents and just doing whatever, smashing escalators. Like, what are you supposed to do?
There is nothing. I don't think there's anything that you would find a majority of Americans climb through a vent to get in.
No chance.
And that's a shame. That is, I want to let you know the passion that these people have to watch their sport is obviously admirable. But what a fucking wild scene in Hard Rock last night for the Copa Finals. Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who knows a lot about hosting big events that are potentially hostile because there's actual humans beating the shit out of each other in the dead center of it. Ladies and gentlemen, the president of the UFC, friend of the program, Dana White.
Hey, Dana!
How you doing, boss?
What's up, boys? How are you?
Hey, I'm fantastic. I hope you are as well. I don't know if you got a chance to see those clips from that Copa final down in Miami. What are your thoughts on that? Because, like, big events, obviously security is a massive part of the whole ordeal there, Dana. Do you have any thoughts on that?
That is insane. I mean, that's something you can't prepare for. I mean, look at that. That is the craziest thing that I have ever seen in my life. I was literally watching it here when you guys were talking. I was like, oh my God, that is, where are they trying to go?
To the soccer game. There was a final, Argentina versus Colombia down in Miami. That's the Miami Dolphins Stadium right there, Dana.
And what, do they not have tickets or something? Can't they stand in line? Why are they trying to break in there? What's going on?
We don't know if there's no tickets. We don't know if they had higher tickets or trying to get in low. It just seemingly started and then they couldn't stop it. Wild scene. World Cup's coming to town, but also UFC continues to power on. Dana, let's chit-chat about some news that broke over the weekend, and then that'll obviously span into a conversation about a great friend of yours. Conor McGregor and Michael Chandler shared a tweet in a bond over a feeling of the things that took place in Butler, Pennsylvania, whenever President Trump was shot at by a sniper who's 20 years old from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. Michael Chandler said, "We stand united on this one," where Conor McGregor said, "This billionaire could be doing anything. Instead, he's eating bullets right now trying to run for president." And then Conor McGregor replied to Michael Chandler. He said, "I talked to Dana today about our new date. All looking good, 24 for sure." Now, obviously, the history between Conor and Chandler is very long, and people have been waiting for this fight for a long time. Is this tweet accurate? And what are your thoughts on the buzz that this fight still has? Has to be a good thing.
Yeah, so, I'm in Italy right now, and I was flying over here, and I was sleeping on the plane, and my wife woke me up and told me that somebody shot President Trump. And, obviously, very, very close, good friends of mine. So I started freaking out, and I grabbed my phone. I had like 350 text messages. So I was just trying to figure out what was going on with him. And then Conor was one of the guys that reached out to me about him. Obviously a support and, taking a shot at the president. Some of the things that are being said, it's like, this is a former president and a candidate. I mean, imagine if somebody took a shot at Biden or Obama or Clinton. It's like, this is our president. It's, you know what I mean? If it happened to anybody, any of our presidents, every American on earth should be horrified by this and disgusted and upset and angry. What is the question you asked me about the fight?
No, it was an attack on the United States for sure. That's how you have to feel about it. And I think a lot of people did. And I think almost more unification than I could have imagined afterwards with how everybody kind of was like, this is bullshit. Not everybody. Obviously, there's going to be people that aren't. But with that came the conversation of Conor and Chandler. And we'll definitely talk more about you and President Trump and everything like that. But the Conor McGregor and Chandler thing that spurred from this entire conversation led a lot of us who are excited for that fight to take place think to ourselves, okay, here we go. Is it going to happen? And do you think there will become a time where that fight is real? And is 2024 going to be the time?
Yeah, that's the fight that needs to happen. We've been waiting for it. It's an awesome fight. It's a fun fight. And as of sitting here right now, no, I don't have a date for it or a plan or anything like that. And obviously, me, the fans, and ESPN would love it to happen in 24, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, sweet. And let's talk about another big day you have coming together, Mexican Independence Day at the Sphere. How deep is that card into being created and made? And what are your thoughts on how the Sphere is going to look for a UFC fight? We've been in there.
Yep.
We saw the U2 concert.
Yes.
We didn't know any of the songs.
None.
We didn't really. We are on a lot of edibles, obviously, because there's a lot of, we got like 120 milligrams coming in, you know what I mean? Right down the dome.
Mm-hmm.
We're living in the Sphere. We're doing that entire thing. But obviously, with the way the seats move, in the air, in the wind, in the LED, and then if you were to put a fight in there, you told us this before we even went in there, you're like, I'm going to put on the greatest live event in the history of combat sports or something like that. That's slowly, seemingly making its way to being fruition here on Mexican Independence Day. How far along in the planning of that are we, and what should we expect out of that thing?
Yeah, we're deep into it. Listen, I would love to hear your assessment of the Sphere. When I went there, it's crazy because the way this whole thing lined up, Tom Brady called me and said, you want to go see U2? And I was like, yeah, when is it? He's like, this weekend. It's at the Sphere. So we end up going, and 20 minutes into it, I'm blown away by, everything. I start to realize U2 is not the star of this show. The Sphere is the star of this show, right? Yes. And I'm like, I'm doing this. I'm going to be the first guy to ever do a live sporting event from the Sphere. So I called my head of production, Craig Borsari, and I said, I don't know what you're doing next weekend, but cancel it. You and your guys are going to the Sphere. I want you to see this. We're going to do an event here. What did you think of the Sphere? I was blown away by it.
Yeah, the Sphere was the show. We didn't think U2 knew that. We didn't, you know what I mean? We didn't, that was our kind of takeaway. Mm-hmm. But there was a lot of diehard U2 fans in there too.
For sure.
And shout out to them. That was an incredible show. It was Super Bowl week, so there was a lot of people that maybe were just coming to do the Sphere. So I think there was a little field situation there maybe early in the week. But the Sphere was the show. Like, it's 8K seemingly all around you. The suites are sweet.
So nice.
It's everything set up perfectly.
Maybe use it a little more, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah, a little
for
little
sure.
More.
But are you going to want people to sit down though? Isn't like the seats in the suite a part of it? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, so you're going to have the people that are in the seats, the people that are in the suites, and then the bottom level where people are actually standing and will watch the whole thing standing room only. And then there will be bleachers and seats, and it's going to be I'm already $17 million into this thing, and we're not anywhere near September yet. So when I tell you guys, when I say that I'm going to put on the greatest live sporting event in the history of combat sports, maybe in sports, period, nobody else is going to go in and spend it. Like, let's say U2 spends, I don't know, I'm just throwing this out there. I don't know what they spend. Let's say they spend, $30 million. That's across 40 nights. I'm going in one night, one time. Yeah. That's it. Never again. And that's why I keep telling you guys, it's going to be the most unique, badass, incredible show that you've ever seen in sports.
Okay, we're doing performances, musical performances.
Oh, hell no. I don't do that stuff.
You're just doing fighting. We're doing fighting. We are fighting the whole
Listen, it's Mexican Independence Day. When you think about fighting and the history of fighting, some of the baddest human beings that have ever walked the face of the earth have been Mexicans, right? And Mexicans, it's Mexican Independence Day, and when you think about the history of combat in Mexico, you realize their flag is a battle between like a serpent and an eagle. Their flag is the only flag that actually has a fight on it in conflict. The Mexican people are hardworking, they love their family, they've been fighting since the beginning of time. Their whole culture has been about. I was in Mexico City. We just did a fight down there recently, right? We're driving to the arena for the fight, and I shit you not, there's a playground there. They got swing sets and the monkey bars and all the shit, and there's a boxing ring in the middle of the playground. Next time I see you in person, I'm going to show you this video. I literally started filming it out the window.
That's awesome.
So when you think about what a tough, durable, hard-working group of people the Mexican people are, boxing is just so ingrained in their history. And, like I say, some of the biggest legends of all time in combat sports have come out of Mexico. So this is a love letter to the people of Mexico, their history, who they are, and where they come from.
Okay, so that's a theme of the evening, obviously, on Mexican Independence Day. We're excited for that. How many fights are going to be on the card? Do you know that?
We're going to do 10.
10? Is it going to be like a fight week type? Like what type of card? Because you got to balance, right? Main events. But if you have 5 main events, how many main events? Or are you not worried about that?
There'll be a main and co-main, and obviously this card will be very Mexican heavy.
Okay. All right, we're excited to watch. Let's talk about the UFC. So I don't know if you saw this because you were flying, and you said you got a heads up. Immediately following the shooting of President Trump in the year, the internet did a lot of things, but it said one of the trends that started was that he was flying to UFC Denver and he was going to walk out, because that's become like one of the staples of these UFC events is not only the celebrities that are in attendance, but the walkout whenever whoever seemingly comes. When President Trump comes, it obviously makes massive news, and it is always a massive pop. People thought that after saying fight, after getting shot in the ear, tackled by Secret Service, got to be able to holster a gun, tackled by Secret Service, then gets up, where's my shoes, please? These are good shoes. And then goes fight, and then people thought he was going to get on a plane from Butler, Pennsylvania, and go to Denver and show up at UFC and walk in front of an arena. the internet was cooking up one of the most absurdly iconic evenings of all time. Was there ever chatter with that? And I know this week you're obviously going to be alongside of him later this week. How much have you talked to him, and what do you think like people should think about the thoughts of how he is right now mentally? Because that's got to be absurd. Even like a man who is as mentally tough seemingly and as unshakable and unfathomable. I mean, getting shot is a whole different animal. And his natural reaction is fight. Let's do that. I think he was going to say fuck him, but he said fight. I mean, that's either here or there. How is he? And what does your week look like? And was there ever a thought of him going to UFC Denver?
No, he was never going to UFC Denver. I was on a plane to Italy. So he wouldn't go to the UFC unless I was there, number one. Number two, I've been saying this forever about this guy. He is one of the toughest, most resilient human beings that I have ever met in my life. And let me tell you what, everybody wants to act like a tough guy, right? Everybody wants to act like a tough guy. Well, when the shit goes down, you find out who tough guys are and who tough guys are not. This guy is the legitimate, ultimate American badass of all time. You know, the guy takes a shot at him, he goes down, he stands up, and then he starts chanting to the crowd and you know, fight, fight, fight. I literally was blown away. I called him as soon as I landed. I called him and he answered, and he was already home from the hospital. And we talked for like 30 minutes. Pat, I'm telling you, I have never known a human being like this in my life. He is literally one of the toughest, most badass guys of all time. And listen, you don't like him. You can say whatever you want about him. It is undebatable now. Literally undebatable. A sniper tried to take a shot at him and missed him by millimeters. A bullet through the ear. I had a buddy in Boston when we grew up, and a bunch of guys tried to kill him one night outside of a bar. And he was never the same again. He was never the same. He literally moved out of South Boston and went down South Shore and was never the same again mentally after that happened to him. This guy's almost 80 years old. The guy tried to blow his head off, and to have the reaction that he did when he got up. This guy's been a friend of mine for 25 years. He's one of the greatest human beings I've ever met. He's an unbelievable friend, and he is forever now the ultimate American badass. That picture that you just showed will go down in history 100 years after we're dead.
Well, you just
Look
talked,
at that.
yeah, absolutely. And I mean, the blood across the face, the whole, it was a wild scene. His reaction, obviously, something that everybody is reacting to, and the way you're talking about is how a lot of people, I think, that weren't even Trump fans, maybe going into the weekend, were like, yeah, I mean, that dude shot in the head and stands up and is like still the same guy. No. Because to Conor McGregor's tweet, this dude's a billionaire. Mm-hmm. He could be doing anything, man. He could be doing anything. You know, like literally could be doing absolutely anything until the day he dies with how old he is. Now, I don't know. Maybe he'll live forever. I mean, he might be able to figure that out. But like until the day he dies, he could do nothing. Gets shot. And you talk about your friend's perspective has changed on life and changed him. This guy seemingly was like, nah, flight's still the same time to Wisconsin. I'm still doing this. That says a lot too. Like that's not like 100%. A fugazi. You know, that's seemingly not a fugazi, which I don't follow closely enough, but I feel like a lot of people say that.
That people who know me really well know me. First of all, I'm nobody's puppet. Nobody tells me what to say. Nobody tells me what to do, ever.
Hell yeah.
The narrative that is put out there about Donald Trump is completely false, absolutely disgusting. This guy loves this country so much, and every American in this country. He loves every American. And like Connor said, this guy he loves to golf. He could be golfing every day. He could be on a boat right over here next to me, doing whatever he's doing. This guy is literally fighting for this country and for every American in it. He's one of the greatest human beings I've ever met. And after the other day, man, I told him, I said, you are the ultimate badass, man. Think about people that have been put in positions like this. A sniper tried to kill him and by a millimeter missed blowing his head off, and you saw the reaction he had. Everybody thinks they're tough till the shit hits the fan. That guy is legit.
Yeah, and I hope, with everything you say there, he utilizes what is seemingly a lot of momentum in a good way to unify. We need it. We need it. That shit can't be happening in the United States of America. We appreciate the hell out of you, man. Good luck this week, and congrats on that fucking boat. You see that thing?
Oh,
He's in a lobby.
What
this
the
dude's in a
hell?
lobby right now on the water. Woo! You've earned it, pal. Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. Dana White. We appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, Dana.
All right. I mean, it's crazy that, sports guy is going to be the one that's going to be basically introducing him later this week at the political thing. And it's crazy. It's a wild time, AJ. It is a wild time. I don't follow closely enough. I just follow the internet's reaction to things. Seemed like this weekend afterwards, the amount of many men,
Oh, yeah, a lot of those.
I mean, it was.
A lot of those.
It was. Legit.
Thursday? Is it Thursday? Dana will be introducing him, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know what's all public. I don't know that world enough. I was just told this information.
Sure.
I think Dana said that. Dana said that publicly, I believe. Like that. Can you imagine the reaction that happens?
And Dana also, I think he gave $50,000 to the firefighter that passed away, protecting his daughters and his wife, I believe. I think UFC matched it. I think they gave $50,000 as well. There's a GoFundMe out there for the sad situation. But there's an opportunity, seemingly, hopefully, in every devastating thing, there's a silver lining. And hopefully, there's a little bit more, somehow, unity behind something that there hasn't been for a long, long time. Politics are crazy, but the world is something we all have to live on. So let's try to get along and enjoy the hell out of all of it. And stop trying to kill people.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Bottom line.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow. We hope you enjoyed the hell out of the day. We've been lucky to be back, haven't we, AJ?
Oh, man. Great to see you guys, for real.
Yeah, it's great to see you as well. We'll be back tomorrow. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice that might change their life. Goodbye. Right on the screws, first one.
Yeah,
right?
not bad.
Two-week break. Started a little early.
No rust. You almost broke that fucking window, by the way.
When?
With that hit.
No.
It nailed that front bottom window. I thought it was going to shatter.
It was a good piece of hit.
Yeah. It was good wood. Good wood. There it is.
All right, we got to work back into it.
Yep.
Got to work back into it. What's that box all about?
I don't know. I don't love that. I'm kind of sick and tired of that bullshit happening here. I don't know what it's all about.
And we have been attacking Foxy.
Yeah.
Maybe it's time to set our sights on Bill.
I know Foxy didn't move. Once that shit went dark, I looked back, he was still there, so.
We do have a mutant that lurks in a cave back here. I wouldn't trust.
Who? Who's that?
AJ, don't make him
I don't.
say it.
I wouldn't call anybody a mutant in there. I don't
He's
know.
been
who's
working hard.
talking.
He came in with new shoes on.
He did.
Great shoes. The salmon ones.
The Solomon brothers.
No, there's Salomons.
The Salomons. You're right.
Salomons.
You're right. Excuse me.
They looked awesome.
The salmon ones, baby.
They're like hiking/athlete shoes. They look sweet.
Talking about Beal?
Yeah. He's tactical, head
Fashion
to toe.
icon.
Yeah.
Dude, he's so jocked
He's
up.
fucking
You are too. I saw you. You were lurking in the back of some photos at this golf thing.
Yep.
Lurking is the proper word because it appeared as if you were always flexing, wasn't it? Like,
oh yeah,
he'd be you were holding a tee. Look, always jacked.
Not flexing. Not flexing or anything.
Hey, you're a monster right now, bro. You're an absolute monster, an incredible golfer, and I think you're friends with Carlton, right?
Hey.
He's awesome. Alfonso's the man. Got to play with him Saturday and Sunday. Good golfer, but honestly, great dude.
How was the tournament as a whole? I heard there was a delay. Everybody have good vibes?
Yeah, a little delay on Saturday. We were on the 17th tee, and they blew the horn. We had to, get off the course for a little bit, came right back, and then it got delayed Sunday morning before we even teed off. It got suspended for a little bit.
Jeez.
See Jerry Rice?
Not too long, though.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Jerry okay?
Jerry's out there. Jerry's playing. I think he's doing all right.
Is he
I don't
okay?
know exactly I don't know what that dust up was on film that I saw, but
Smack you in the fucking mouth.
Yeah, that was awesome.
That didn't seem
He's just
like a
defending
very
the squad,
aggressive
right?
question.
I'm always the Niners.
Well,
What about tailgating?
yeah,
He's going to fight a guy for the Niners on the golf course? Hell yeah, Jerry. Now,
Yeah, he loves
obviously
his
not
squad.
great, but like, what a fan.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, look,
Yeah.
He is he was going to fight him. It seemed like he was. Now, I will say that
what was the question?
hey, where's the chicken helmet? Give me
No,
one of those.
no, that's not what they
Like,
asked.
do you think the Chiefs are going to be better this year with better weapons? And he just.
That's the tail end.
well,
We know how the American Century Championship is.
That is true. That is. You're right.
We know how the American Century Championship is. A lot of fan access there. A lot of fan.
Yeah.
That's why I like Travis going this year. I was thinking to myself,
Yeah.
that's going to be wild. Travis Kelce out there.
He won karaoke too. He won the karaoke deal on Thursday night.
I saw the host of that. I saw the Baumgartner.
Yeah.
He was up
Yeah,
there.
he was up there with Riggle. He and Riggle were you kind of hosting it. Yeah.
That looks like a good time. We never went to that.
No.
No, we never did, not once.
We need to go to that. That looked like a great time.
Go.
Travis Kelce absolutely crushed it. But I will say, not going, it is really nice not to have any bruises on my feet.
Sure.
Or any pulled muscles.
Blisters.
Or
sunburn.
Sunburn. Like, well, I kind
It's like training camp. It's like a training camp with blisters and bruises on your toes and stuff. Yeah, golf.
How'd you
Golf's a
hold
physical
up?
sport. I was all right. You know, I knew going in, like, hey, this is a thing. This is a battle. Physically, mentally, yeah. Get up and get in the lake every morning. That definitely helps, I think.
Did you meet anybody new that you were like, you know what, pretty cool? Because there is a lot of
There's new guys there.
A-Rod?
Yeah.
What's
Travis and Jason, both there. A-Rod, yeah. Alex Rodriguez played this year.
He sucks at golf. Hey, A-Rod, that shouldn't happen.
Explain that.
How's that happen?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how it happened. His swing looks good. I saw him on the range. Swing looks good. Looks like he enjoys golf. I don't know.
Yeah, and he
It's
does
hard.
business.
It's hard. When every
He
shot
owns an
counts.
NBA team. Maybe that's why Mark Lowry won't sell it to him.
They went golfing one time, and you're like,
this guy sucks.
Yeah, I need you to break 90 if you want the rest of this team, pal.
I don't know if you saw Live Golf. I think A-Rod normally does a lot of what Answer did this weekend. He was close, did a nice decel, duffed quickly. Ball rolls short of the green. He's not happy. He's in shorts. It's golf, but louder. Oh, full set.
Fuck that club.
If you're going to do it, do it. You're right. Like we've seen guys kind of throw, like gingerly throw their club. No, if you're going to do it, get rid of that thing.
Yeah,
committed.
I've seen a few of those on a golf course, to be honest. I've seen a few of those.
Yeah.
You never expect it in an actual golf tournament. That's why when it happens, you think to yourself, so there's no fans anywhere near where that thing's going?
Right. That's an actual golf tournament.
And is that so?
Well, they were all following, you know.
Is that the pro?
Sergio to Spain.
Rom's still playing?
Rombo Bombo.
Rombo's going to throw that at one of those drones one of these days. You know that. He's going to fire his club.
He should tee one up.
How was Live this weekend, though? Good.
It was good. Spain had a great weekend. Obviously,
saw clips everywhere.
Yep,
Right.
Sergio
Good.
Garcia
Good.
won. Obviously, we talked about Carlos earlier and in the soccer team, so they had the trifecta.
I'll
Big for Sergio.
I'll bring up something that D-Bud is too humble to bring up as Sergio Garcia buries the winner in Spain. Okay? You tell me.
A lot of fans.
You tell me. He wins in Spain?
Look, come on.
Okay, he's trying to build a league?
Yeah, bingo.
Okay, put somebody over. All right, maybe the hole's a little bit bigger. Golf, but bigger hole.
Yeah.
Maybe for Sergio, whenever he's playing. I mean, maybe it'll work here.
And guess what? His team won too.
Oh, okay.
First double playoff in
that
Live
right?
history.
Is that
Okay.
right? In Live history?
Now, people are saying maybe it's a work, okay, and I don't know how it could be.
Really?
Nah.
But the work actually might be the man, the myth, the legend, Darius Butler. There's a real Darius Butler effect. The D-Bud effect is happening in Live.
Right.
He played with Bryson DeChambeau. Then the next tournament that DeChambeau played in wins the U.S. Open. This guy plays with Sergio Garcia. The next Live event that Sergio Garcia plays in
Boom.
wins the Live event. It's the D-Bud effect. You said they're teaching you, pal. I think it's the opposite.
I don't make the rules here. You know, maybe good vibes, good mojo, but Bryson was great. Sergio was awesome. Both of these guys, all these guys, once you get in that kind of golf community, they want you obviously to be better. Obviously, took a lot of tips from them, but maybe they're getting something from me. I don't know.
Right there, you just told him, hey, just make the putt.
Yeah,
That's what you said.
Let's go for it. It's going to be a double playoff, and you just got to fucking go win it, Serge.
Is Rom called
I was going to say, maybe play with Rom
Yeah.
next so this fucking guy can get his mojo back.
That's what I think. Okay, Ron. Yeah, Ron needs to. He's struggling right now.
AJ, you going to play NCAA 2K 2025?
Yeah, is that the official name? I'm kind of confused with how you guys
is.
talk about it.
Yep, that's the official name.
That's what the cover says.
Yeah,
Chris,
the cover says.
I have no ties with this game at all.
Yeah. Okay.
So for me,
Boom.
that's the game.
Right there.
That's the game.
There it is.
There.
In my eyes, that's the game. It's not the game. It is college football.
It's college football 25.
No.
That's a terrible name.
It is.
That's not the name.
Why?
I think it's a boring name. I just think it's a boring name.
Because they're rebranding it. It's back for 10 years. They should have just called it NCAA Football
But
25.
I do like that they're not doing business with the NCAA. But the NCAA, once again, showcasing that they're stooges, should have been doing business to keep their name in there. They can't even keep their damn name in their game.
No.
Most sought-after game in decades.
Yeah.
For sure.
NCAA can't even keep their fucking name in there. What type of stooges are running this place?
I mean, I don't know. A bunch of morons for sure, but
They got their fucking name removed.
yeah, they did.
Get him out of there.
Biggest game in, actually, like you said, the last 10 years.
I can't play. I suck so
can't
bad.
wait.
AJ, are you good at the game?
No, I told you. Once I tried
big
Halo
East-
one time online, and everyone just killed
Killed
me
me.
100 times, and I stopped playing.
Yeah. Sit down at Call of Duty. This one's easier, they say. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me see. Okay. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
recharging or whatever the fuck it is. Rebooting. Okay, here we go again. I'm rebooting. All right. I'm
dead.
dead.
As soon as I recharge, boom. Shot in the
Does
head.
everybody
As soon as
know
come
where
back.
I am all the time?
Well, to be fair,
Yeah.
as someone who has played video games their entire lives, I can't play those games anymore either because that's how good these kids are. Now that there's like avenues to actually become and make something of yourself through video games, you can't play the Fortnite.
I'm going to get 10 runs on this college football.
That's what kids want to be now. Like you go and talk to a room full of fourth graders, like they want to be streamers,
Marks.
gamers, and it might be 2, 3 of them that say, "Oh yeah, I want to go to NBA, NFL, whatever."
Want to be
But
like
that's
Sketch.
what kids want to be.
In some ways.
Is that
What was that?
Speaking of, have we checked in with Bruce? Bruce walked in this morning with a bag over his head. He was so bummed out.
No, that was a wild internet term. Still going, brother.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Hey, he is so. You can't help but just be in a good mood after watching that guy. You can't help it.
It's great.
You legitimately cannot help
Watch me do what? What does he do?
I heard there were some things. I mean, he's
Who?
brother. If you don't know what this is
What about Bruce? What's going on with Bruce?
Bruce is a big fan. Bruce is what? Bruce. I didn't know who. Sketch obviously took over the entire internet there. For a while.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh,
the
Bruce,
first
yeah.
eyes on Sketch was Bruce, and Bruce presented it to the team.
Championed him.
To the team. I became a massive fan. Foxy became a massive fan.
Oh, yeah.
Just like everything in this office, though. I mean, there are certainly some toxic thoughts on the entire thing. But I think Sketch is only going to the top, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, this ain't Bruce.
Or the butt.
Bruce, thank you for doing that.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, he's playing Madden with Vontez Perfect and Sauce Gardner. It's good stuff.
Doing it.
Sweet.
Doing it.
Boom.
Sweet.
That had to be for him.
Yeah, T's and P's to him for sure.
That,
The
watching
video.
that whole,
Yeah.
Sauce Gardner's
Absolutely.
still on X, or he just deletes every tweet?
Sauce is certain.
Hey, you
He
can
was
delete
getting into
tweets.
golf
He's
there.
golfing,
Playing
yeah.
a lot of golf.
Getting into golf there for a little bit. There's a lot going on the internet, man.
Yeah,
really
sometimes you got to delete tweets. I mean, you got to test the waters sometimes, and then say maybe this isn't the time.
I do appreciate that people always attack people for deleting tweets, and it's like, what if the person just realized, that wasn't it?
I do it.
You're allowed
all
to change your
the time.
mind.
Yeah,
You can change your mind.
absolutely. I think so. I don't think we should do that. Now, granted, should certainly, if there is a series, a trend, it should be like, all right, this isn't a deleting because you're changing your mind. This is deleting because you want to do this one again in a week. Okay, we got to realize that as well. I think I think we should follow along with that. A lot of interneting, during the break. A lot of interneting.
Oh yeah.
I think we got a lot of talent. This world's got a
It's hard
lot
to
of
keep
talent.
up. It's hard to keep up with everything going on. Like,
Yeah, but
what is real too? What is real? What is not? What's
brother.
AI?
Well, that's impossible. You just got to give up on that one. And the people in the real world, good luck. I'm pulling for you.
No chance.
Because there's shit that you just have no idea. How am I supposed to even fact check this? How am I supposed to even fact check
Exactly.
this? Well, you got to go to the
Yeah.
person. Well, the person does it. They deleted the thing. Well, why they delete it? Well, if they delete, well, is that a fake deleted? That's a fake deleted post. Well, how do you know? You can't because it looks exactly like the post. Why? Because the AI is so fucking good. It's like we're in a time where you just got to mail it in. You just got to take everything for we got a lot of talent on the internet.
Yes, we do.
There are meme makers right now whose brains are Scorsese-like.
Yeah.
The summer is Sosa and McGuire.
I mean, we're talking, there is talent. Like, we went live on X today for the first time. Shout out X. Shout out. Welcome. Thanks for watching here. I think there's a lot of people who live on X. That's where I spend a lot of my time, and only our clips are on there. I think a lot of people don't even know that we potentially go live. So, toss it up there live, because X is kind of forcing you to see that people are live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Put it right at the top.
It's right at the top.
Even
and also,
when you're scrolling.
they'll force you to touch it. You'll be scrolling, you touch it, and all of a sudden you're the only person in there. Oh, fuck.
No. Oh, no.
Get out.
Can't do it.
Close X.
Can't do it.
Can't do it. I was so scared. There's one time it was 3 motherfuckers in there. I was
Yeah. Sorry.
You didn't see me.
Wrong door.
Don't text me.
I started going to the next videos now. I hate that.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Hate that.
Very different things too. It's not even like the same sphere.
That's like the TikTok thing, right? Where it's constant.
Yeah.
It just goes and goes and goes. I hate that.
See, I don't mind it anymore. Because if you're depending on your algo, that next video it can be kind of fun. And then okay, I'm already at 2. Let me see what the 3 is.
Oh, so this is their wormhole.
Yeah, bingo.
Well, the scroll is the wormhole.
Bingo.
That was the.
Now they have a video scroll. They just it's their Instagram Reels.
Got it. X is by far the most important platform.
Without a doubt.
For sure.
Yeah. They know it, too.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knows it.
Oh, yeah.
Reddit, right, is the real deal, though, too?
Reddit is like the gate.
I'm not smart enough for Reddit, I don't think.
Reddit's too much.
For certain. So I wouldn't say Reddit's, I mean, I guess it is technically a social network, but I feel like that's just.
Hold on. Hold the phone. I joined LinkedIn.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations.
You've been active on there? You've been putting your resume on there and
Two
everything?
posts. I made 2 posts. Good Luck Future Suits was my sign-off. I was going to get on there and really teach game. Say, hey, here's the fucking reality, okay? Because I got on LinkedIn. You know, me and Suits have an interesting relationship. Well documented, me and Suits. I get along with the good suits. Bad suits I seemingly don't get along with. I actually hate them. That is a real thing because I, just think there's a lack of a lot of things on their side. So I said, you know what? Fuck, I'm going to join their little platform. I'm going to join LinkedIn, see what's going on over here. I'm going to extend an olive branch to the suits. Yeah. This is going to be me saying, hey, suits, let's work together here, okay? Because normally, not how I operate. I'm growing, evolving, reflecting, trying to be better, everything in this particular world. Then I start scrolling through there. I got so mad. Everybody's fucking lying. Everybody's lying.
LinkedIn? About what? What are they just posting resumes and congratulating like some story that they saw their buddy in?
What table would you sit in if you had to sit in one of these tables?
Okay.
And if you give the right answer, potential chance we'll hire you. Okay, good luck. I'll be scrolling the comments. This is a CEO of a fake company posting this. It's like, get me the fuck out of here. This is not the real deal. So I said, I want to help the future generation. Like, hey, if this is really for business and everything, I've done okay, business, done okay thus far. It's like, this is my reality. This is my side of this thing as opposed to maybe how other people operate. Posted 2 times on there and just said, fuck it, not doing it.
Yeah.
So I'm done with it. I posted 2 things though. It seemed like it was okay. Steve Jobs quote and another thing. Good luck out there. There was an article by Bro Bible written about me going in there.
Oh, wow.
He talks about me. Shout out to Bro Bible. I've been following along for them for a long, long time. They said just the use of the word suits is like kind of a shot at an entire, and then they gave a full depiction of what a suit is and like the history of the.
Oh, I like that.
I was like, God damn! I was sitting on an island reading that thing. I'm like, this person's breaking this down a lot deeper than I was thinking of it. And I guess he's right because I was so high. I was like, yeah, I guess this guy's into it. LinkedIn seems like a good place though. I need to get back in there, but that Reddit I'll never be able to figure out. LinkedIn I don't think I'll ever be able to figure out. TikTok, shout out Talk. Shout out Talk. Talk to figure it out. YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. That's all I can operate.
Yeah,
I'm a dying breed. I know I'm an old man. Like my daughter, Mackenzie, she can open an app.
Oh, yeah.
She's 14 months. What the fuck?
Well, who knows what apps too? By the time she's at the age where she'll be on her phone a lot. What app will
she
be
can't
great
put together sentences. She can fucking open that thing, get it to the camera. No problem. Let me get to the camera.
Phones.
Huh?
There won't even be phones by the time she.
Those are some of the shit I see on the internet too. The future's wild, huh?
Yeah.
They're thinking about it, like
Like
contacts. Contacts. What's that shit Elon just did? Elon just did something.
Neuralink.
Neuralink, yeah, the guy already had. Yeah, they've already done it.
Can you do that for sports?
I'm sure that's where people will try to take it. Yeah, try to create superhumans.
Oh, Patrick Mahomes knows everything, huh? Oh, okay.
Watch this.
Oh, that's interesting. How's he able to break down every defense so quickly? How's he know exactly what to do all the time? How's Travis Kelce able to find the hole? Wait a minute.
Oh.
Do they have the?
Someone check their brain.
Could you imagine if you had something in there that was just like takes a
You gotta
picture?
get scanned. Going out to each game, do the refs have to scan everybody's head to make sure they don't have a Neuralink?
Like the MLB umpires do whenever the pitchers come out?
Yeah.
All right, put your head in the fucking.
All right, he's clear.
That's wild.
That'd be
Future's
awesome.
a crazy place. The past 2 weeks have really put a lot into perspective.
Oh yeah, past is a crazy place, dude.
Sports are the greatest, dude. That is literally. I was watching that Wimbledon shit.
Yeah.
Replay. Fucking so close. I thought it was in. Then remember, we heard the conspiracy theories about that, AJ.
From McEnroe.
They don't believe it, right? They don't believe the lasers work.
Yeah. Some tennis players, they see it, and then the thing, and they're like, that's not. I literally just watched. So they think it's a work.
Yeah.
Everything's fucked up.
It is.
Everything's fake.
Always will be.
What is real? What is real?
Dude.
What's real?
It's a wild time. We're lucky to be here, though. And we appreciate the hell out of all of you. Tonight, I'm in Dayton, Ohio for WWE Raw.
Oh, where? Nutter Center? Is that where it is?
You're damn right. Don't be eating too hard in a Nutter Center.
Yeah, I played high school basketball games there.
And what the fuck is this thing, Foxy? This is not from you?
Absolutely not.
Excited to find out.
I've been in this seat the whole day.
All right, so I assume I'll have to take this box.
Yep.
To Monday Night Raw.
Oh, man.
Hey, why at 6? I'm a fan. I love everything.
Come on.
I love what you're doing.
Big time.
I love the amount of forethought. I like the way everything.
The videos.
Yeah.
Inside job. He's working with somebody on the inside.
I'm just saying, though, Michael Cole is the one. He should be.
Yeah, they should be setting their sights on him.
Yeah, get him.
Should be.
Michael, right?
Yeah.
He's the voice of the
doxing Michael Cole and swatting him, as they say.
Yeah.
Whatever they're doing.
No, yes, exactly. He's on an airplane in public all the time. These need to go to him.
Yeah. Eat McDonough's brains, you know? Oh. Stay away from us.
Yeah, if we're just talking any human at all.
Bingo.
Okay.
That's
JD,
a light meal, though, you know?
JD,
No, I'm all for JD. Don't take JD. I'm all for. I'm all
anybody, but I don't think I should be the guy. I'm not the right
Big
guy.
Bronson Reed.
I see that.
I think he's got an Intercontinental title.
Yeah, Dragonovsky's
I think he's got a title match tonight.
Hell of a run.
Yeah.
How did he get a title shot?
I mean, because he's a technician, my friend. Have you not
Is
seen
he?
it? Oh,
He'll
yeah.
do anything.
Oh, yeah.
I talked to sources in the back that tell me Ilya Dragunov is just looking for that mirror of hope in front of him, and he will do whatever. That choir he comes out to that you can't see but you can hear, that thing's just running through his head. Get it.
Hope he doesn't get decked by another chair tonight.
Well, I'll tell you
That
what.
was a fastball.
Yeah, Braun Breaker. He's the one.
We all see it.
Now, granted, there's the great one, and
Sure.
there's the tribal chief. Whoa. So let's go saying he's tribal chief now, too.
Okay.
You guys see that?
Oh, yeah.
He said, no, it's me. I am the tribal chief. They put Paul Heyman.
He's a dead man walking. You don't fuck with the wise man, my friend. You do not fuck with the wise man. And he did. And he's going to fucking pay. And I can't wait for his day of reckoning.
Wise man's got a lot of friends.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
He knows a lot of people.
He does.
And he is a wise man. He knows how to get back. That's Koa.
And we appreciate the hell out of our champion, Damian Priest, who's in the middle of it with Judgment Day.
Obviously.
Sami Zayn, incredible champion. What a winner.
Yeah.
Okay, beat Braun Breaker, actually. Just Braun Breaker, though. The way he fucking dips. Hey, with where I'm sitting, with that little runaround thing he does, he's fucking turning. He's got
Get
his
him in a camp. Get him in a training camp for real. How that dude moved.
That's what I'm saying. He had shoulder on ground. The bend, and this is like a little bit of a slick surface. He's got like a bend hand trajectory. I'm like, God dang, that literally looks like, yeah, look at this bend.
Looks like AJ Hawk.
He's touching the ground there on that what's that drill?
Hula hoop.
The hula hoop drill.
Hoop. He's running the hoops, yeah.
He's literally running the hoop, and he's fucking absolutely stacked. And Adam Pearce, obviously, big bald stooge, looks at nothing, gets distracted, guy gets speared in half.
Yeah.
Fool.
So Adam Pearce is in a tough spot for sure. And I think he does better than Nick Aldis for sure.
Sure.
I mean, that's no question asked. But, Adam Pearce has found himself in quite a pickle a couple of times now.
Yeah.
He's always making announcements and saying things are official. Well, I'm officially going to say this. Figure it out, Adam Pearce. We need less chaos on Raw.
I hate to say it, too. I am all in on Dirty Dom. I'm a Dom Mysterio guy. And that stinks because Ray is one of my goats, but Dom is kind of, I feel like, the future of the WWE.
Well, Mommy's back. So,
She is. Excited to see.
Did you see that, AJ?
Oh, yeah. We know Mommy. We knew it was just a matter of time before she came back and took her throne.
Mommy's always watching, too,
That's right.
She came.
Like Santa.
Liv Morgan scurried out.
Oh, yeah.
See ya.
Smart.
Don't want that smoke.
To be fair, that's smart, though. I wouldn't either. Pick your moments.
Especially when you look and you see
Yeah.
how Rhea's walking.
Oh, shit.
Oh, now's not the time.
No brace.
And then Dom was in there. Oh, what's he going to do?
I don't know.
I know he'll be chubbed up, though.
All right, we'll be back tomorrow. On that note, he might be.
Could be.
He might be chopped up. I don't know.
That's just my assumption.
I don't know. Yeah, we're not 100% sure, but there's a chance. Dirty Dom is chopped up.
Yep.
There's also a chance he finds himself in a conversation he does not want to have.
Oh, yeah.
Mommy's going to lay a whooping down.
Oh.
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah, come on, man.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I can't wait. I'm excited.
You think Dirty Dom's good? You don't really get to see him operate, though, as often.
No. But everything I see as of late, I've been like, fuck, I'm with it. I'm in it. You know, like
They
right,
just
right
won
here.
a tag team match, obviously, against Zelina and Rey Mysterio, and maybe about to have a happiness smoochy smooch.
Yep.
And he doesn't run. Let's eat. Oh, shit, Mommy's back. Let's go.
And for those that don't know, Rhea and that man right there
Yeah.
You know,
Tied the knot.
I don't know if they tied the knot.
Didn't they? Right? They got married.
Anyways, she got out of there right past the table. I saw her. I'm like, that's a smart play, Liv. But Rhea Ripley's she got out of the whole arena.
Yeah.
But that's a smart move. Like you gotta respect that chess move.
Look at it slide in.
Yeah, that was sick. That was sick.
Excuse me.
Back.
Oh.
Oh no, he said. No. He fudged up.
Yep, he knows it.
Fudged up.
He's gonna figure it out tonight. I can't wait to see what happens. Oh, he went for a hug.
Yeah, exactly. See,
I didn't remember
They always
that.
USA cuts it off. I had the Canadian feed back in Canada. I saw the whole thing.
Oh yeah. How was your trip back to Canada? Pretty
Oh
good.
well, you see, you go back home and it's fine, and then you go to come back to America. I love it here. Love Indianapolis. Just the customs.
What happened?
You kind of you get your phone taken into the back, and I tell you what, I don't think I'll be heading back to Canada anytime soon.
Well, I want to let you know
Yeah.
if that was your last time back for a while,
Good
I'm
run.
happy you made the most of it.
Yeah, definitely did.
Gumpy thought he was banned from the United States for 10 years again. They took his phone, put it in a bag, sat him in the back room, started asking him questions whenever he tried to come back. It was a real deal.
Really?
Real deal. This
What are they checking your phone for? Are they allowed to do that? They can take your phone?
They
and go
say
through
that
it?
you're not allowed to have it in that back room. They're like, you
okay.
can't be on it, but they just put it in a bag. I was like, oh, here we go
Security
again.
risk.
Well, I assume also people could text you the answers to questions, you know, or
What were they asking you, Gump? Like, what are they trying to get to the bottom of?
They were trying to circle back a few years, and that's when I was like, I don't know if we can just carry on, just let me go. It'd be sweet.
I guess
I forget this guy's name. I stared at his vest, and I went to remember it.
He's a ship painter.
He was a good man. Really came through there.
Didn't they ask you too? Like, are you team mommy or team Liv Morgan?
No, did not ask him that. Did not ask him
No,
that.
that wasn't on the test.
They actually asked him though. You're Gumpsh?
Papa Gump.
The guy came in.
Yeah.
I guess.
That's all.
He's like, the guy came in and he was like, Pat McAfee Show? I was like, oh, thank God. Guy's like, come on, let him go.
Get me out of here!
Within like, dude, I had my phone back in my bags within like 2 minutes, dude. It was unbelievable. I forget his name, but shout out that guy, Seattle Customs, legend.
Now, he didn't do anything illegal. Gumpy is completely legal. We have all the paper. We had to go through all this shit. I know more than I should about the immigration process here to the United States of America, especially with everything that's happening, okay? Because of trying to get Gumpy a job that only he could have. And the fact that, think about other people that aren't Gumpy. Like, they're putting him in that back room for hours.
Still sitting in there.
Just like waiting for you to break almost and just say, fuck it. I'll just go back home, I guess, in this entire thing. It's wild. We appreciate it, you know, because there's probably a reason that is happening. But also, what an interesting dynamic for everything going on at this exact time for a guy.
Well, the guy was like, make sure you have these papers every time. I'm like, yeah, I gave you those papers. I handed you them. That's why I take them everywhere I go.
These papers that I just handed you, I
Those,
will have
those
them.
were mine. I need those.
That's like passport. I had to go to Canada last week. Passport, the whole thing. What an interesting, because like at any given time, they can just stop you. You know, like I landed up there a couple hours before the show. And I'm like, what if their customs just is like, we got some questions. Did you say white bitch about Caitlyn? Yeah. Okay.
What if they show you like clips of things you've said on the show? And like, oh, what do you say about this?
What did you say about Canada?
Trudeau, huh?
Trudeau? What are you guys talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be back. We're going to go and then just make you wait it out.
Yeah.
That could actually. But then you get up there and it was cool to be back, I assume. Canada's very different than the United States of America.
Yeah, it's always good to see my mom and dad and my brother's kids. I hadn't seen them in a while, so that was cool.
Good people, though. I fucking loved.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I was in Ottawa. That was my first time in Ottawa, country's capital.
Nice.
It was really nice. People were cool. Driver was awesome. Saw the town side, like drove through like some neighborhoods. It was like I could live in Ottawa, I think.
Well, hold on.
Easy.
Let's not go that far.
Easy.
What?
It's good.
I know you don't want to fucking live in Ottawa.
Dude, they got
not bad being there for 3 hours on a Monday night. But living there,
fuck that.
They got a canal.
Fuck that.
They got a canal that they ice skate to work.
oh, that's neat.
That's cool.
They ice skate to work. It's the Rideau Canal. Anyways, 7th coldest capital of a country in the world.
Wow.
It was 110 degrees when we were there. Air conditioning did not work in the arena, which I do fear this evening in Dayton. I went to a play-in game at Dayton. They always have like the play-in games.
Yep.
I I forget if it was Vanderbilt. I think it was Vanderbilt. Kid from Plum was playing on Vanderbilt. It was a play-in game in Dayton. So we went to watch him do I didn't really know him that well, but it was a Plum kid. Dayton's close. Let's go do this. 400 degrees in this thing. I don't know if it's the same place. I would assume that's not Nutter Center.
You're at UD Arena, most likely. Old school, great arena. But yeah, I could see the air conditioning not working in there. But the Nutter Center is a bit newer. It should be good.
Okay, I can't wait to get there. Ohio fans are good fans of wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Great fans of wrestling. The Rideau Canal. Yeah, we just pulled up a picture of it. Boom.
Sweet. That looks awesome, Gump.
That's what I'm saying. That's Ottawa.
Never been to Ottawa before.
Up there?
I don't know, a state maybe? It's a state building.
Hey, did they clean up the poop river yet in Paris?
I don't know. I saw poop in politics, messy situation for Paris.
Nice.
It's coming down to like the wire. They're going to test it like 3 days before, 2 days, and day of, I think, to see if
some bigwig took a dip in it and to swim in it and say hey, it's not a big deal. And I think went and oh god, that was fucking disgusting. Said right after they got out. So
he said I would never do that again.
Yeah, pretty much. So I think they're still figuring out what exactly they're going to do.
So are the Parisian poopers just the most prolific poopers in town? Has this ever happened for any other Olympics? Are they the most poopy town in the history of hosting the Olympics? Because I assume there has been poop protests in the open water event for the Olympics before, or is this the first time we've ever had a shitty protest at the Olympics?
I would imagine when the Olympics were in Rio that because it's kind of the same thing. I mean, we still see they spent billions of dollars on building these new stadiums, and then after the Olympics left, now they're just overgrown with they haven't used them since then. So I think the people who live there not very happy about it.
AJ, is it the amount of poopers or the amount of poop?
Poop. It's they said that river's been shut down for 100 years, I believe, where you're not supposed to swim in it because when it rains, the sewers back up and all the turds come flowing into the river because of how it's set up. So they spent billions to dig this gigantic hole to try to get it to go into.
We had boots on the ground, ladies and gentlemen. A friend of the program, Foxy, was in Paris.
I was just there. There's absolutely 0% chance, and I'll swim in a lot of things, lakes, ponds, rivers, you name it. There's an absolute 0% chance I would ever swim in that river.
Okay, just because of how it looked?
Yeah, it's just nasty. And
Is
the
it
whole
Pittsburgh
city,
River? Is it Pittsburgh River?
Yeah, but worse. The whole city runs to that river. Every nasty thing goes into that river. Trash, poop, pee, anything you can think of.
It's an all you can get.
Oh, dude, and and this doesn't really matter, but it's very brown. Obviously, it doesn't look great. There's no way you could get me to swim in that river.
Okay, so how was that ever decided that, hey, this is where we'll have them fucking swim?
Because this is sand, baby.
The Paris.
They thought they could.
The Paris committee that puts together the pitches to get these events, cities have these people that put together pitches to host events. Normally a lot of, in past, some
backdoor,
some stuff going on. When they were pitching, what is it, the Seine?
Yeah.
The historically grand, because there's great bridges over top of the Seine.
They are awesome.
Think of the views as the Olympians swim down the Seine River in the open waters, whatever. But as they were pitching that to the Olympic people, the Olympic people were like, perfect, that is awesome. Holy shit. They're kind of just throwing that one in there. And then what? They get there and they're like, we can't put animals in there.
No, and then I think what Ty was referring to, or maybe this is a different story, a politician said he's going to swim in it because he said it's clean, and the people don't like that politician, so they pooped in it even more. So it actually didn't help at all. But it is beautiful, Eiffel Tower. They would be swimming.
The opening ceremony's on it, right? Foxy, in the opening ceremony, they're going to be on boats going down. So hopefully no Americans fall off the boat.
Hey, Peyton Manning's going to be on a damn boat. He'll be on the show Thursday, by the way. Peyton
Tell him to strap in. Tell him to get a safety line strapped to the boat so he doesn't fall over.
He needs to wear one of those Ebola kits.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
You should go.
It is a beautiful area. Just the river itself, no chance.
How about how old school that place is? Obviously,
every time. I've only been to Europe two times now, and I'm just everything is in the 2000s. Everything is so old. They don't have
2000s.
Yes, they don't have anything new.
They got cobblestone streets.
Well, obviously that stuff doesn't count. I'm saying technology-wise.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah. The plugins. The plugins for me were always the problem.
Oh yeah,
I'm sick of these plugins.
You can't even order a pizza online if you just want takeout. You have to go to the store.
You know what they say though? It's better for the soul.
Yeah.
To do that function.
But everything is beautiful. It's really awesome. I enjoyed that city.
Only because of us.
How'd it smell over there? Last time I was in Paris, boy, oh my god.
The city itself wasn't as stinky as I was expecting. I will say this though. Not a lot of deodorant being worn in Paris. So the
Fuck
humans
that,
were
dude.
pretty stinky.
A lot of smelly humans.
Fucking wake up.
It was a lot nicer than everyone led me on to believe going into it. I'll say
The
that.
city or the smell?
The city.
Well, that's because they're getting ready for the Olympics.
True.
You
I thought
went
about that.
at the time when they are making the city as nice as possible.
I don't
as
know.
it's
Dude,
ever
they got
been.
a lot there. They got a lot there.
It was really
Notre
nice.
Dame,
Everyone
Yeah.
was saying they'd see a lot of homeless people. Didn't see a lot of homeless
The
people.
Louvre,
they-
the Arc de Triomphe,
Yeah.
the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
They got those cafes that they always drink in and move.
They love
That
biking.
triangle thing's there.
Biking everywhere there.
What's it called?
the Louvre.
Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
Is
It was
that
number
where Mona Lisa
Oh yeah,
is?
that's where Mona Lisa
Big
is.
Said so
Yeah.
many things at once. I wasn't sure what words.
Oh, you
was
thought those
what.
were all one
I was
title.
like, yeah, they got all those fucking things. Yeah.
This guy went to the Arc de Triomphe, Louvre,
Yeah,
Eiffel Tower,
Boom. Come on.
Notre Dame. Ron.
Yeah.
Place.
They're all next to each other.
The amount of times that I heard silence or whatever it is when I was in Notre Dame
Mm-hmm.
as a teenager. Parisians react to French sports minister taking a dip before the Olympic. Oh, she has her mouth open.
Just got a mouthful. Yep.
Is this lady still alive?
I think she's got staff.
I mean, what?
Paris
what an
resident
idiot.
Aaron Pawlowska says, I don't care. Why would you ever go in there, Axel says.
Axel dish it.
I poop 3 times a day. All of our poop in my building goes into this river. So I'm just doing it 3 times. Imagine what my neighbor Stan's doing. What do they say?
Stan Caboli.
Mark Caboli of Paris. Stop dumping a bag. We need to see these swimmers swim.
Right.
And speaking of swimming, the United States is going to beat the rest of the world.
Amen.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited for that to happen.
Yeah.
Did think that whenever we scheduled the break, the Olympics were right now.
Yeah.
Turns out,
Yeah, we got about another 12 days.
We're close.
A week from Friday.
Yeah, we're close.
Opening ceremonies.
yeah, it was interesting timing of the break. Training camp starts in 2 days.
Right.
USA got another basketball game tonight.
No, on Derby.
They won
It was
today.
at noon.
Yeah, they won
They had
today.
a close one, right?
Who do we play?
Australia. It ended up being close. They're up by like 20 with 4 minutes left. I think they won by like 8.
So who do we sub in?
Yeah, exactly. Probably Derek White, who just got. Give him a break.
Yeah, probably a Celtic.
Yeah. Well, first time. He
It probably was a Celtic, wasn't it?
got there 3 days ago.
That was interesting. He was picked over Jaylen Brown.
Yeah, that's why when they asked Tatum about Jaylen Brown, I was like, well, that's a very tough spot to be in because if you know one of your other teammates is going, if he says, yeah, it should have been Jaylen, are you killing your other teammate?
I mean, but come on.
We don't need we don't need another score. Hey, Derek, guess what? Pass the ball, fucking play defense. All right, that's what your job
Oh,
is.
a team
here.
building, you're thinking?
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
98-92, we beat the shit out of Australia. That's what I thought.
Boom.
Hell yeah.
That's what I thought.
Never a game.
That's 2 threes.
It was legit. Like I think it was.
Right.
I think it was 86-68 with like 8 minutes left. I can't
right.
believe that was a score.
We're going to win it all. We know that in every sport.
Yeah.
Even the poop swimming. Because if somebody's got to do it, we're going to do it better than everybody else.
Boom.
Shout out to Paris. Merci beaucoup pour le poop. Paris, France. I think that's about it.
They
All
have a
right.
backup river or backup pool or lake that they're going to swim in when the turds start flowing to the top.
No, you just have to deal with it.
86-80. Tyrese Halliburton in the corner. Bucket. Splash. Keep it moving. That's our guy, dude.
Oh yeah.
What are these like? These are friendlies, as Goomp would call them.
Yeah, exhibitions, warm-ups.
Did you watch the soccer, AJ? All right, Halliburton. Buckets. He's like he's shooting right here. What's that, AJ?
What would you ask?
The soccer. It happened. Big. It was
Oh,
big.
I missed that one. I heard. Did we do good?
Well, our team sucks.
Oh.
But we're on
I
the
saw
up and
people
up.
broke into Hard Rock Stadium. I saw that soccer.
Okay, we showed you that, I
Yep.
think, literally within the last hour. We showed you that. Did you see Spain? They got a 17-year-old who needs to be in the MLS tomorrow. Needs to be in the MLS tomorrow.
Playing for the Reds.
Some of these guys tend to like separate themselves from the other people on the field, and you can kind of see them. They move different. They move quicker and faster. It's fun to watch.
Like those two right there, the guy that passes that right there, 17 years old. Beautiful, just perfect.
Nico Williams, 21 as well.
He's 21 years old, that other guy who's faster. You talk about everybody being faster. 17's faster than everybody.
Yeah.
And then that 17-year-old seemingly smarter than everybody. And everybody talks about Spain being the most talented team, and he's the most talented one on the team. He missed 2 sitters. Obviously can't have that happen. If they end up losing, he's going to wear that for a long time, just like Messi had to for Argentina whenever he didn't win anything for the first 16 years of his career with Argentina, and then he wins the last 4 years of everything pretty much. But it's like that 17-year-old, so much fun to watch. Grella told us about all this shit.
He did.
Grella literally told us about everything that was going to happen in this tournament, and it took place. Not a lot of goals, a lot of excitement. And it seemed like every one of their stadiums worked.
Yeah.
The The fucking Miami Dolphins couldn't make it happen.
Big Gumps, he told us who was going to score the game-winning goal last night.
Cole Palmer as well. Talked to Pat. Pat FaceTimed me. He's like, it's not coming home, dude. I was like, just wait. Cole Palmer's going to come on. He's going to tie it, and I don't know what's going to happen after that.
And then he put out a tweet and said, Cole Palmer, it's got to be Cole Palmer time. And then like 8 minutes later, Cole Palmer comes on, scores a goal. Ripper. Absolute class, too.
We had 5 minutes after this goal. It looked like we were going to win it, and then it just...
Well, the devastating thing happened in the 89th minute, whenever there was 4 headers.
Yeah.
And that was really... It was on a corner. Oh, they're scoring. No, big save. Oh, no, big save. Oh, better. Miss. Boom, 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 boom. Miss.
That's when you knew.
The thing is, with England, it is always the most heartbreaking fashion every time.
90-minute game. This is the 89th minute.
That guy was the leading goal scorer of the tournament, saving the goal off the line.
Wasn't the golden boot?
And there's Harry Kane right there. It was. That's right. Soccer was good to us.
I know.
AJ,
Olympics are going to be better.
You chose not to watch anything. All right, sweet. Are we in the Olympics, soccer?
Isn't it like under 21 or something? They should get rid of soccer in the Olympics.
So we don't know any players.
I was thinking about that.
They should.
When Dana was on, imagine if they did UFC.
Oh, mixed martial arts.
Yeah, by country too.
That would be sick.
So sick.
That would be so sick.
Something like if we had freaking Chandler and Stipe Miocic going up and into the octagon.
I don't know if Stipe. He's a dog. I saw him playing video games. He has an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Well,
Wait, what?
Well,
He does.
Yes, he does.
Not that kind of.
yeah, like casino OnlyFans.
All right.
What's
Seen a
that
what?
mean?
Seen a what? Hey, the SEC, we got Lane Kiffin reporting on SportsCenter right there. He looks good. He's like, his dad passed away this weekend.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Monty Kiffin. Also, rest in peace, Jacoby Jones.
Legend.
Monty, obviously, legend, yeah. Jacoby Jones, not as well known, I don't think, by a lot of football fans, other than the people that obviously followed the Baltimore Ravens' historic run to the Super Bowl, where he had not only kickoff returns, but also the miracle in Denver where Joe Flacco threw the ball 100 yards. He was on the other end of it. He took over Dancing with the Stars. He's been on a lot of different teams. I was lucky to kick a ball to him more than a few times. This guy's 9 returning touchdowns, 5, I think, on kickoff, 4 on punt. Absolute weapon, beloved by literally every human that he's ever met.
Oh, yeah.
He and I were in a dance-off against a couple other people at like 3 a.m. in Baltimore. And you're talking about every human in there loving this one person, and it was Jacoby Jones. I never got to play alongside of him. I got a chance to chat with him in a lot of pre-games because he would go on to play for the Texans, and obviously whenever he played for the Ravens, and then also getting to hang out at a couple different events. But everybody that was ever around him fucking loved him. Passed away at 40 this weekend. It's like, they said he passed away peacefully.
Yeah.
It's like, man, that is not... We lost a good dude, a good energy, a good aura, a good soul.
Yeah, that was crazy news to see, to wake up to. Everything you said and everything that everyone has said about Jacoby is true. Always a ball of energy, always dancing, always smiling. I knew him over the years through Anquan. Him and Anquan were close. I knew him through Anquan, knew him through DRC, so I used to see him kind of once a year. And was always in good spirits. He was coaching. He was doing some great things. Obviously hate to see, losing someone this young, 40 years old. Like, you should have a long, long life ahead of you. So I'm praying for him and his family.
Rest in peace, Jacoby. You done good, buddy.
Absolutely.
Everybody sang your praises. That's not normal. You know what? Football starts in 2 days.
Yep.
This season's going to be electrifying. The return's back for Jacoby, right?
Yeah.
Hey, here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. We're going to see some of those.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? The way he ran, too, was just like hysterical.
Yeah.
Fun to watch.
Yeah.
Fun to watch him return it.
And then obviously, every time. It was sweet. Rest in peace, dude. Everybody loved you, man. That's sad, dude. Perspective, though, once again, just like the events that happened this weekend, perspective can change at any moment. You're allowed to. You're allowed to evolve. You're allowed to mature. You're allowed to say, hey, I'm thankful to be alive because we have no fucking idea what's going to happen tomorrow. If we're all here, we're going to be alive. Let's enjoy it all. Be a friend. Tell a friend something nice. It might change their life. We're in this thing together. Let's never forget it. Team on me. I think these are bed bugs, by the way. That's what I've been told by you.
I'm going to get checked out again. That seems kind of scary.
Yeah, I don't like it. But team on me.
Don't let it become staff.
They don't give superpowers either. That sucks.
What's that, buddy?
They don't give superpowers, bed bugs.
You never
Spiders,
know.
it was a chance.
They might,
Bed
though.
bugs,
They
you
might
never
know.
I find out I'm seemingly attacking my voice.
Might be able to sleep better than
We'll
ever.
be back tomorrow. Team on me. Team on 3. 1, 2, 3. Team. Goodbye.